Oh, should I play the song?
I'm gonna play it as soon as it starts. Here we go. Instagram's live now too. Sweet. All right, so we are here. Let's go here.
Start rolling, I give it my best. When I take the leap, you know it about to make a landing. Get the go, we about to show the world why we uncanny. No matter the path, you thinking you were designated. The aftermath always depend on decision making. Last laugh always coming without hesitation. Last the class act, yeah, back. Steady to aim, I'm a clear shot. Ready to play, yeah, let's talk. Testing the name, yeah, you better be ready. Behind a smile, I'm a wild one, back off. Ready to play, yeah, let's talk. Testing the name, yeah, you better be ready. Behind a smile, I'm a wild one back.
I love how you have the
I took
wrestling
a
in the
lot of notes from
background.
my backslides. Every time I fell back, had to go and get right. Spent a lot of long nights fighting myself inside. To get to my prime, I had to get out my battery focused mind like mine with a different kind of course. I'm coming locked and loaded, ready to streak the right on. They here to stay, they carved in stone. I'm taking names, all that and more. I'm making changes, bringing hope, embrace that pain. I hit that note.
What a good opener. All right, what's going on, everybody? It's your big brother Mack with my boy David Martinez for episode 2, man. Last week had me so pumped. We had a good time. We had a really good time. So we're going to switch it up a little bit this week, though, because we have a whole new segment we're going to implement into this one. I know we're episode 2, so after episode 1, if y'all were part of episode 1, if y'all were there, show some love. Let's hear what y'all thinking. Anyway, oh, look at, we got La Dangerous in here, too. What's going on, La Dangerous? That's my homegirl from Colorado. She's in here. We got a whole gang in here right now. Let's go. So anyway, real quick, in case you missed last week, if you already know who I am, if you're on the live stream, you already got to know who your big brother Mack is, right? We here to stay. This is my boy David Martinez. Hey, David. Hey, my sister. Hold on, real quick. My sister Megan's in here too. My older sister. Believe it or not, y'all, Big Bro Mack's got an older sister, but she's like.
Hey, don't we all? Don't we all? Wait, what?
She's 5'1". Yeah, that's my sister. You know, I mean, me, that's my best.
You're like
friend,
you guys are like almost opposites. You're like 6'5". You could.
Yeah.
Hey, I can't say nothing. Hey, I got older brothers. I got older brothers and siblings that do the same thing to me.
Exactly. So look at this. Check this out, though. So me and my other siblings, the younger ones, we're all younger than her, and we all fear her. She's our older sister. So you know she lays the law down always. So anyway, like I said, welcome.
Sound like you were going through past traumatic. Like you remember back in the day, like I'm just gonna be nice.
No,
we fear her.
That's my best friend. Big shout out to my sister. Thank you for coming and supporting Megan. I'm glad to see you in the chat right now. I'm glad to see you.
Thanks for the support.
Right now. Thanks for the support. Love you so much. Anyway, so check this out, y'all. What does it say? Show comments on stage. We can do that. We'll do that. So let's go ahead and how does it look if we do that? Let's see how it looks. I think
whenever they shout out comments, it pops up in the corner.
it might cut you off if it does that on the right side. We'll see. Anyway, but hey, check it out, y'all. Welcome back to Mack's Mind. This is episode 2. Thank you so much for tuning in today on your lovely Friday. So, this week's been a really good week, man. Like, a lot of work, getting work done, paying the bills, do what we got to do. It's a good day to be sober. It's a great day, as always. Always a great day here in the Here to Stay. There we go. Okay, I see it populating on the right.
Yes, it is. Yes,
y'all,
it is.
That's Big Bro Mack's big sister, Megan Morgan. So anyway, so we got a lot to get into today, y'all. We have a pretty good lineup of music reviews. And also, the music reviews, if you want to submit some music tonight to be reviewed by me and David, please submit a clean track, radio edit track, a track that has, your best track. We want to hear your best track, whether it's released yet or not. We want to hear your best track. So please submit it to Mack's Music Review. That's MACKKS Music Review at gmail.com. We would absolutely love to hear your music. Like I said, please, for the love of the movement and the love of the audience, please submit something that's radio clean or just radio edited at all. We'd absolutely love
yes, definitely. Audience of all ages attend. So, we want to make sure we enlighten the minds and brighten them, not, go crazy with it. And
absolutely,
it's not GTA.
Absolutely. If y'all see a tail wagging behind me right now, that's Mr. Barks himself, BARKKS, Mr. Barks himself, chilling with Dad as always. Anyway, so man, it's been a really good week. It's been a really good week.
How was your week? How was your week?
My week's been really good. You know what I mean? Work's kind of slowing down a little bit, but we're still doing really. Yeah, it's slowing down a little bit. I mean, so with cabinet refacing, we were busy all summer long, and now that we're into a slower season, it's going to start slowing down a little bit. But that doesn't mean nothing more than just we gotta just accept what comes our way. We do.
No, I definitely understand that. I've been trying to take more, trying to do more workload at my job myself, just because I know the school season's coming up, and my supervisor, he about to go on his little parenting leave for a little over 2 months. So he wants us all to get equipped with everything we need to before he's not even there, because he gets it with us. He gets down and dirty with us. So him not being there, it'll be shaking up. But that's why I'm trying to learn everything. I'm trying to grasp all the information I can. That way it won't make a difference regardless if he's there or not. I know my work's not going to fold.
Absolutely, man. So one thing I've always loved and respected about you, bro. So just so y'all know, in case you don't know, if you weren't part of last week, I want to do an introduction. We're going to do this for a few episodes. That way new listeners can come in and kind of get to know you a little bit more. Everybody should know who I am. But for your fans, if they're watching, if you have anybody on your end watching it all, I'm your big bro. I'm Mackk. I make music. I bring life. I bring life to the microphone, man. What I like to do is or not like is an understatement. What I love to do is I absolutely love to go into my attic, which the brain is the attic, and I like to go and I like to heal myself, right? So the best way that I've found to do that is to express myself through music. In 2020, whenever I prayed to God when I got sober, after I got sober, and I prayed so what is my purpose now? I'm a 10-year military veteran. So what is my purpose? I need a purpose in order to know what to do in life. So what do I need to do? And what I heard was
find that direction.
What I heard was start writing what you're thinking, start writing what you're feeling. So I started doing that, and Save Me Someday, the very first song I ever did, came to fruition. And after hearing that back, I was very confident in myself that this is what I'm here to do. This is what I'm meant to do. This is my life. This is my calling, is to, just to, spread the love, spread the message of hope that it's possible that whatever, darkness that you may face in life, that it's not too late to, to pull away from it and to put yourself in a better position, you know what I mean? But you got to want to do it, and that's part of what.
Yeah, that's definitely a key factor. I feel like that's definitely a key factor. You can have all the mind power and the will in the mind all you want, until you're ready to just get off your feet and really put it into action and really go and take that strong. And it is that first step that is the hardest, because that is accepting that you need to change better, is accepting that you need to change the way not only you're thinking, the way you're living, the way you're moving, the way you're stepping. It's you want to have that self-acceptance into realizing where you failed at, or where you may have got bumped off your horse, but where you need to get back up and get back on the saddle up and just keep it on forward, because that will ultimately, that's what builds character, and
Exactly.
that's what will make what would have seemed like the darkest hour just like another speed bump, like something you can overcome, something you can uh obstacle go over, and continue on to push forward, and maybe one day in the future be able to express your experiences, because there's
Yeah.
always somebody that can take from any information and value it.
Absolutely.
Like
Absolutely. You never know who you're helping. Like the one thing that was so vibrant in me whenever I was when I got off of drugs and got off the streets and I started making a life for myself was keep going. You never know, your story could be somebody's survival guide. And like that statement stuck. I mean, I know you've seen it. I'm pretty sure everybody has seen that statement, right? Like, I mean, so it's very true that you never know who you're inspiring. So don't allow yourself to feel like you're purposeless, because you never know that whatever it is that you got going on in life, that if you do the best that you can, you never know who around you, whether you know it or not, is inspired by that. And I'll just take that second to kind of say, David, like back when you and I were, because we were homeless together, you know what I mean? Like you and I, like the thing is, here we are today, in the year of our Lord 2025, man. Like we're doing so well, we're doing so good. And when you look back at like where we were and where we are today, like how does that make you feel, David? Like how does it make you feel to know that if you, and just take a second, close your eyes and just put yourself back to like us in that garage in Colorado Springs when it was the coldest of cold and the darkest of dark, and we was
dude,
huddled up in that
I'll never forget it, because
man.
I looked at you one day. You had came over and I was playing zombies. I wasn't doing nothing. I was just chilling, playing
Yeah,
zombies. I just did what I did, get relaxation, whatever, relaxing going on, because I know in the next couple hours I had to go to work.
yeah,
Um, you were like, bro, like, I need some help. Come on through. You know what I'm saying? No problem. Come on through. And I
yeah.
remember we were just chilling, we were chatting, and I looked at him like, bro, do you want to get some sleep? Like, you look tired.
Man, I was on. Yeah. Sleep was not my favorite thing whenever I was on the streets, because it was hard. Because like I just, you know what I mean? Like it's
Nah, and I feel like that was a drive in you, that you still needed to keep going. Like, you were restless. You knew there was something that was searching for you, or you were searching for something that was calling out to you, and
right.
you were very restless. And
Always, always.
like, I felt like that's
I was probably really hard to be around.
with as much as the support I could give you, and with as much support we can give each other, I felt like that's what really kept us going. Is like still moving. Because if we really stopped, like, observe and
It
analyze
hits you.
everything,
It
I
hits you
think,
at once.
yeah,
Yeah, it hits you
yeah.
when you slow down.
But
You know what I mean?
to answer your question, dude, I still, even to this day, like, I still think back about like how things were, like how we allowed ourselves to learn those lessons that we did, and I feel grateful.
Are you proud of
I feel
yourself?
grateful that I got to learn what I learned, but ultimately, I got myself out of it,
Yeah. Yeah, and
and
that's
I
just, and that's just
got
it.
I
And that's just it. Is you got you out of it. Nobody else did. I didn't do it for you. You did it. Just like how I did it for me. You did it for you. You know what I mean? And like
yeah, like,
that's a type of accomplishment that not everybody can sit there and say. Like like when
yeah.
it comes to to defeating such an evil thing like addiction. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
it's
dude,
always
and
gonna be, yeah,
it was.
yeah. Go ahead.
I don't want no one to ever have like an eye opener the way I did. The eye opener was very bad.
Facts.
Like,
Yeah,
I
I
had
second
gotten
that.
off a friend.
I
Like,
second that.
I feel like I'm about to crash out. Like, I don't know what's going on. They allowed me to like go over to like relax or whatever. Literally within like 2 minutes of getting off the phone with them, and I'm going southbound on Academy by Constitution, Palmer Park,
Yeah.
and all that. You know how it's 3 lanes going one way, and then you go around the block, and it's 3 lanes going the other
Yep.
way.
Yep. Yep.
I had blacked out at the
I'm all
wheel.
too familiar with Colorado Springs. Oh, I might. Okay,
Ex-
so Casual just jumped in and says I'm really quiet. So let me turn this up. Hey, Casual, let me know if you can hear me better now. I'm gonna turn this up a little bit more. So can you
Shout
hear
outs
me,
casual.
David?
How's it going?
Can you hear me better? Let me know if y'all can hear me better. I didn't know I was that quiet. I'm gonna turn myself up a little bit more. I just don't want to. I don't want it to clip. I don't want it to be sounding like I'm like right inside the microphone. But anyway, let me know. Thank you, Casual. I appreciate that, by the way. Shout out Casual Pharaoh. Me and you got an album dropping this year. We're going to talk more about that later. But anyway, I did not mean to cut you off. Thank you for saying that, though. Okay, perfect. Go ahead, David.
No, you're good. You're good.
Where you were. Thank you, Casual.
So yeah, we definitely know Academy, North and South End of Academy.
Man, too many nights walking those streets, man. I know Colorado Springs like the back of my hand.
Ground.
Yeah,
that was like our stomping ground, and all the 7-Elevens on Academy, bro. They knew us. They knew us.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says. 7-Elevens on Academy, they're the A1s. They will let us rock with some food.
Well, we came in, bro. So check this out. So one thing that we figured out is that you could do is you could go into that was it Astrazan? No, it wasn't Astrazan. I knew it was a South Academy, but there's a 7-Eleven over there. It might have been Carefree. I can't remember. But anyway, you go in there, and like at a certain time, like they got to throw away the donuts and like the sandwiches that are, they've been out all day and they're getting ready to bag them anyway. If you go in, you're just like, look, man, I'm down on my luck. I'm not here to cause no problems. But if you have anything you're getting ready to throw out, if you have anything I could do, like, and the thing is a lot of them kind of look like bewildered. It's like this dude's coming in and actually like asking you. Like asking them, like, I'm not here to like, run amok and like act all shady. Because I mean, let's be honest, when you're in a store and you're looking over your shoulder, it makes it look like a little sideways. So we know Colorado Springs very well on not necessarily, I don't want to say like the best parts of it, but like sort of the worst parts of it. I mean, but we overcame that though. That was not what our end was going to be. That was not going to be the finesse. That was not going to be a closed caption. It was literally just a stepping stone. But at the time, David, bro, when we were in that together, like those nights got cold, bro, and like that, the hope was really, really dwindling, and it didn't really feel like it was going to get better. It didn't feel like it was going to. So what go back to what you were saying. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go back to what you were saying. So you said you were asleep at the wheel is what you were saying, right? You were asleep at the wheel.
I had literally got off the phone with my homie, and like not even a minute, bro. I probably 30 seconds to 50 seconds tops. I black out at the wheel, and I came back to it. It seemed like I just blinked my eyes, but I ended up going from southbound to northbound. Mind you, like it was a whole block that goes around. So I went around the block and I came back to, where that little conventional center is right there.
Yeah. They have a church over there too and everything as well. And they have a King Supers right over there as well. Yeah.
And they have a 20 to 30 foot drop that when I came back to and I woke back up, I had just hit that curb and I hit that 20-foot drop or 20, 30-foot odd foot drop. And my car went airbound, and I smashed down. And luckily, I literally just unbuckled myself, and I got out the car. Like that really just happened.
So that was your wake-up call, right?
Somebody saw everything and came running. Like the car looked trash. I think if I really went back down in the archives, I could find the videos, and if I do, I'll send them to you to show you how jacked up the car looked afterwards.
No, you sent me pictures. You had sent me pictures of it. I had seen it. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's crazy.
So
that's crazy.
At the moment, the only thing that was wrong that I saw was a little cracked windshield and a flat tire. I fixed the flat tire and then I went and parked up for the rest of the night. Didn't go nowhere, just parked up. The next day, I went to drive to my friend's house. And they were already like losing their minds because they were like, we didn't know where you were at. Like, we didn't hear nothing from you. And on my travels there, I came to realization that my hood latch had snapped. So my hood came and give me 1 second.
No, you're good, man. You're good. Give us 1 second, y'all. Let's see.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Neighbors,
you're good.
Neighbors
you're
are crazy. But yeah, so on my travels, I was on powers at this time. I'm going southbound. My hood just flies open.
Right.
And smashes on my windshield and completely. I had a whole Honda symbol on my stuff, on my windshield and everything. It was insane. And I was just like, whoa. At that point, I realized, life was about to take a turn for the worse if I continued on my travels down this path.
what did you feel? What did it tell you, man? Like, what were the thoughts going through your mind at that moment? Because at that point, I mean, you and I, we had lost contact for a little while. I went off on my own. I think I went to rehab in 2019 in Wyoming, and I think this is around that same time, right? Was this 2019? This happened.
Yeah. Because I was still trying to. The last I saw you, and it's ironic. We were locked up.
It was jail.
Yeah.
You know, we can laugh about it now because at the time it wasn't funny, but I was in G2 or G1. You were
Well,
in
no, I
G2.
mean, even at the time, I was grateful that I saw you. Because remember,
Yeah,
it was
man.
like 2 months that I hadn't heard from you.
It had
Nobody
been a
knew
long
about
time.
you. You like knew about your whereabouts or nothing. And I'm like, I was bugging out. Like, bro, where's my brother?
Right.
So when I saw you, like the CEO instantly was like, yo, like, is everything okay? And he could see it, like, yo, this
We
man
was
really
like
was
trying
caring
to
about this
talk.
dude.
Yeah, we were trying to talk through that threshold. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, no. So everybody was telling me because I was just venting to a lot of people like, yo, I want to come back home. I want to come back home. And everybody was like, well, it's kind of hard to do that now with your car in this situation. It is. Can it even make it? And honestly, with the mindset I had, I was like, I don't even care if it makes it or not. I need to leave Colorado.
Yeah, yeah.
It was just all bad for me.
Because
It was.
you felt like I mean probably the same way I did, which in that moment was like, no matter which way you turn, there's temptation there. Like you felt like you had too many ties with the community of where it wasn't good for you, right? Like there's too
Like
many every street corner you turned there was a plug or there was a someone that you could reach out to and kind of fall back. So it felt like you were kind of trapped, right? You felt like you were like
yeah, it was definitely
yeah.
a revolting door of like, and you said it. You probably said it best. Like every corner you look at, like there's a plug. Like there's somebody there. Every corner you were accessible to like get what you needed,
Yeah.
if need be.
Yeah.
And regardless if it was in a good way, you had to buy it or whatever the case may be, it was accessible. And that's where I felt like life really hit a turn for the worse because I couldn't get away from it as much as I emotionally wanted to and psychologically was trying to tell myself. Physically, my body was like, go get it. And as soon as I walked outside, it was there. It was like at the door waiting for me type stuff. So I was just like,
it didn't help, man. It couldn't help you at all. But you got away from it, and that's what
and
matters.
it
Look
was
where
to
you're
the
at now,
point.
and look where you're at now, man. Like, go ahead, go ahead. No, keep going. I
It was
don't
to
want
the
to
point
interrupt you.
my mom called the cops from across the country to come do a wellness check on me.
Yeah. And it feels like a
I'll never
trap.
forget that.
I know how that feels. It feels like a trap. So, I'm happy you're still here, bro. Like, because that the devil, when he bites, he don't just take a bite. He tries to get the whole piece. And I'm happy to see that you
Yeah,
were able to get away from
he
it.
was really trying to pull me. And you know what? I'm grateful, and I still, no matter what, I will forever be grateful that I got my head, and excuse my language, I got my head out of my ass, and I left. And even though my car broke down in Chicago, out of all places, Chicago,
what a terrible place to have your car break down.
Oh my God, who are you telling? Don't get me wrong, their pizza there, phenomenal. I love it. Some people there are good. It's just a lot of craziness.
I was gonna say
craziness.
That city doesn't sleep, does it? Chicago does not sleep.
You provide.
Mm-hmm. It's almost any city, honestly.
Certain people definitely don't sleep in that city. yeah.
It's not all that. Hold on. It's not. It's not all that it's cracked out to be. I had to. I'd say, hey, it's okay. But, I'm here all night. No.
literally. Yeah. If I look like I'm getting tired, just give me like 5 minutes. I'll be on my way.
Yeah. So,
but
look, go ahead.
I went from my car breaking down like ground zero to like hero in 4 months out there because in the little bit of time I was out there, I was even able to I could have had a house. I was working. I even found a job out there and I started working and saved up my money so I can get my car fixed up.
As long as I've known you, you've been a hustler, though. As long as I've known you, you've always been a hustler, no matter what. You never lacked in your work skills. You was always out there chasing it, so.
And, you know what I'm saying? Being, sleeping in my car, having to do what I had to do for 4 months in Chicago, got my car fixed, and I came back home, and first thing I did was sleep.
First time in years, huh?
Oh my god, dude!
Felt
And
like
like
it.
sleeping sober and then waking up sober, just like how you slept, it never felt so peaceful.
You know, and for me, it was anxiety ridden at the time. So, for me personally, what really kind of turned it around for me. I don't know if you remember me ever posting on Facebook back in 2019. It was the end of the year. But it was a picture of me in the hospital with a brace on my neck, and my whole face was bruised completely. And I looked like I either got in a fight or a really bad car accident. Well, the fact of the matter was, it was a rollover accident.
Oh, man,
2019. Yeah. So whenever I was in rehab out in Sheridan, Wyoming, I ended up doing so well. I got a place. I was doing really well for myself. And I ended up getting a little cabin out in Sheridan. It was really cool. It's a $500 a month cabin, whereas a studio cabin in the back. It was really nice. I think me and you talked. I think you were in Montana around this time. Actually, I think you were in Montana around this time because you sent me pictures of where you were at. This was summer 2019. But I was telling you, I think I showed you like my little studio cabin.
summer 19. Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think you were in Montana or Kansas, one of the two. I couldn't remember where. I know you were out of Colorado though. You were telling me how happy you were being out of there. But anyway, so I had
I was in Indiana. That was the time
Indiana. Yeah, yeah. So
I
you were,
I
yeah,
took
you were
my
in
own I
Indiana.
took my own like
Yeah.
little like and I want to just be clear about this. You do not need to go to an actual facility for rehabilitation properly.
No.
You need to get out of the element of accessibility.
Yeah.
And once you start with that, everything else will just come naturally. It'll
Absolutely.
suck, but it'll come naturally instead of
Nonetheless, yeah.
destroying
Nonetheless.
body no more.
Nonetheless. So no, that's so yeah. So what I did is I relapsed, and then I got in the truck that I had bought, and I was driving back from Gillette to Sheridan one cold morning, -20 degrees wind chill, and
Jesus.
I should have knew the minute I walked outside because I slipped. You know what I mean? I was like, and you couldn't even see it, but I slipped. I was like, ooh, it's icy out here. Still got in this truck, hit the interstate. As soon as I got on the interstate, I started accelerating, but my tail started to come out from behind me. And all I remember watching was as I'm sitting there driving, suddenly I'm facing the fields. And it just
Oh,
kept
damn.
and there's nothing you can do to stop that in that moment, dude. So as soon as out there in the Midwest, especially Wyoming, between interstates, there's a big old wadi, you know what I mean? A big old dip
Yeah.
of grass, and I'm going sideways. And I had just did one of my last shots I ever did, and I was not necessarily super high because I felt like it was bunk. Not glorifying it. I'm just saying the facts that I was really upset and frustrated about that because I didn't feel anything. And and I
That's
and then
definitely probably the only
and
stress we felt during that.
yeah, I hit that median and my truck just rolled and it felt from what the paramedics told me whenever they saw where the tires came in contact with the grass was about 200 yards that way, and I just rolled. I rolled 200 yards, probably they assumed about 24 times. And then when I got out of the truck,
Jesus.
my back was broken. I broke my back in two places. My T7, T9 column and my back were broken. And I thought, and I was afraid that this was it. Like, and I thought that, maybe I was gonna, be paralyzed or something because I couldn't feel my toes, nothing like that. But anyway, so just long story short is that those moments of just like this is not play around time. Like I'm trying to get your attention, and this is where I'm just going to put my own spiritual based part of it into is that God was really trying to get my attention, man. He was really just trying to say that this is not the lifestyle that you need to be living anymore because the devil ain't playing for fun; he's playing for keeps. And unfortunately, Michael the Third, rest in peace, up in heaven, and many other
He's
friends,
three fingers in the air always.
many other friends as well that I know. It's sad that they didn't get away from it. So I'm going to capitalize on this. I'm going to take this run at another life away from the substance and away from self-destruction, and I'm going to try it out. And that's what I did. And that's where the music kind of came into play. The music helped me continue to heal and deal with this life that I've lived. You know what I mean? So
And I have a question because now, 5 years down the road, we're not doing the same we're doing different, but we still indulge with, how growing up they always stated that, obviously marijuana is not, in our opinion, is not a gateway, but they stated
No,
it's a gateway drug. Now,
it is if you let it be. Yeah, it is if you let it be.
right, right.
Because some
Now,
people
when
chase
you
highness. Some people chase getting high. Some people want to just feel elevated, which causes them to, if they use marijuana as a gateway or alcohol or whatever the case may be, if it's something that's affecting you in your life negatively and it's becoming a restriction on you where you feel like you need it to survive, that's a problem. You know what I mean?
So with that being said, clearly, it shows that if when we smoke, you don't feel like you want to chase more high. You don't want to, like, that's contempt for you.
It's like if you look at it in more of a medicinal purpose, I'm not sitting here, and trust me, I'm not, and for my fan base, I'm not sitting here trying to condone that if smoking marijuana. I'm just saying that for me personally, my VA representative at the VA had told me that he wishes they could prescribe it because a lot of veterans could do a lot better with marijuana than they would with pills that they prescribe you for mood stabilization, PTSD, stuff like that. I will be honest, I found my whenever I need it, I smoke, you know what I mean? And that's okay. But I do not, it's not a gateway. I don't feel the need to want to go back to that old lifestyle because I care about myself and my life and my purpose more than I care about, any substance out there. And I do not use drugs anymore. I don't consider marijuana a drug, you know what I mean? I'm not sitting here habitually just getting Scooby-Dooed, but I'm saying that like, if you, there was a South Park episode. If y'all like South Park, show some love. I mean, South Park's one of my favorites ever. They really just don't care, and they really just are not afraid to say what's on their mind. But when Randy got told he's like an alcoholic, and he went and he got help, and then so he thought that the answer was to completely quit alcohol. But then Stan, who's funny, this 10-year-old, is sitting there saying, "Dad, if you like something, I'm not saying you need to quit it. I'm just saying that in moderation." And it really, but and it's not saying like you do other drugs in moderation at all. It's just saying that like if there's something you enjoy doing, whether it's a beer or two, or a glass of whiskey, or if you want to smoke a doobie or whatever within obviously legal limits and age restrictions, like then whatever you do it in moderation, but do not sacrifice yourself for whatever it is. You know what I mean? I went from being what was considered a completely sober artist, where what I stood for, and I'm not saying I don't stand for being a sober artist anymore. What I stand for is loving yourself enough to know what your limits are, know what you're supposed to do. I don't want to see people fall down that rabbit hole of of falling under the substance or becoming slave to substance, and I do not condone or want anybody to ever feel like that should be the option, because we all know where that takes you. So let's not ever go back down that road. And if you're in that road right now, or if that's something that you're struggling with right now, just know that tomorrow's a new day. You can wake up tomorrow, and as hard as it is, you can wake up tomorrow literally and just do everything in your power to stay away from it, or to say that I don't want this anymore. Because what do you want more?
Your life's more valuable than what you can do to destroy it.
Absolutely.
It's not worth it. It's not. It's not. Absolutely. Because
it's not.
Look, and I'm gonna use you because you're the solid example, your prime example for this. What I'm about to say. You know what I'm saying? All that we were doing, that took away from you blossoming. That took away from your true purpose, which it's been blossomed and enlightened, and it's only up to you to really flourish it, which you have in the last 5 years. You flourished crazy amounts of horizon leaps. And I am proud of you, bro.
Thank you.
And if anyone is here listening, or in the future, and you're battling something and you continue to battle, just know at the end of the day, you continue to battle, and you're a lot more stronger than what you were yesterday. And I'm proud of you for that, and I love you for that, because there's people that find it hard to say, I can continue on going, and they break. And you know what? I still, hats off to you guys, because you guys still fought. You guys, unfortunately may have said, I do, or I quit at this point, but you're not over. It's not over.
No.
And don't feel
addiction's a lifelong battle. Addiction will always be a lifelong battle no matter what. And it's only for the reason being that you'll always have in the back of your mind, that thought. And the more that you stay away from it, and the more that you love yourself enough to not want to go back to that, and you find other ulterior or not ulterior, but the other sources of expression to be able to feel. Because let's be honest, the whole reason why I fell into drugs back in 2016 was because I couldn't feel anything. Like I was so numb to the world, I felt so lost and so out of touch with everything, and it was like 26 years of just completely feeling like I didn't understand. And so when I fell into that, the whole reason why I got so addicting was because that euphoria that high gave me, it made me feel like, it was a false sense of like hope. It was a false sense of, motivation, but that wasn't real. And like, and it's just one thing that's the hardest for an addict to hear is that your drugs are not going to get you to go. The getting high is not going to take you to the places that you're trying to go. And, and we're not here to tell anybody, anything that we haven't already experienced in our life. I mean, just me and you, David, like we were homeless on the streets, addicted to this stuff, man. We got away from it. We're testimonies that it's possible.
Yeah, like I didn't want to feel like with what I was feeling at that time because I really drowned into it. I lost my son. I don't want to say I lost him per se. His mom had him, and then they took off. So to me, I felt like I was losing my son. So yeah, like I didn't want to feel. I didn't want to feel with what I was feeling. Yep, dumb. And I wanted to put myself in the hole while still carrying out my everyday, but it was just I was shelling myself away. I felt like I didn't want to feel what I was feeling, so I put myself in a position where I didn't feel anything.
Or whatever you did feel, you felt like maybe you could numb that feeling. Like the feeling you're feeling was not the feelings that you were supposed to feel. Because it's the one thing I had to learn.
Everything was manipulated. I tried to force everything to make it in my own, like in my corner.
Yeah,
and it just it wasn't working.
The one thing I always wanted to feel, man, was like I just wanted to feel like it's okay. And when I look back at it, I only wanted to feel okay, and I couldn't understand why I couldn't feel okay. I mean, I'm talking like I'm not, and this is just a forum, coming up in Hawaii as a white kid, where at my childhood, where there wasn't many other white kids around me, and the reason why that matters is because in Hawaii there is a little bit of segregation, where the white man is looked at like he's the POS. The guy that came and wrecked the islands and so on and so forth. And so like coming up in like, especially Kohala, which was the north side of the Big Island where King Kamehameha's hometown, I grew up with the culture around me of like the true local Hawaiians. And like I had to earn my keep with them, and it was hard. It was very hard because I didn't feel like, especially with my mother being in prison and everything else that was kind of going on in life, I couldn't find why I didn't feel like I fit in. And it was in every situation, whether it was home life or whether it was at school, outside of school. There just wasn't a silver line to why all this was going on. And so the older I got, like I joined the military to find a brotherhood, right? I joined because I wanted to be a part of something, and I did almost 10 years of military service. Got out as a staff sergeant. And
service again, by the way.
I thank you for your service. You also served as well. For my listeners who don't know, my boy over here, David, also served as well. And so we sacrificed. We sacrificed ourselves to go and do something better for the country, and because we thought that would make us feel better. But in reality, look what happened after we got out. We fell into what we fell into, and it goes to show that was not exactly what we needed. We felt like the military was what we needed. We felt like that brotherhood is what we needed. But in reality, what we needed was ourself. We needed to be okay with who we are, and that was the hardest pill to swallow. And to this day, the hardest pill to swallow is that you are okay, like you're you know what I mean? And so as for people that battle mental health, no matter what, no matter how bright the sun may shine, no matter how you're always going to have in the back of your mind your own self-doubts about your life and yourself. But the more that you put work into you, the more that you feel good about yourself, the more you feel like you have purpose, you have drive, you have you matter. You matter. Yeah, but you have to believe it. You have to believe that you matter. You have to believe it. Nobody else can. Because when I was on the streets and I was on drugs, everybody said you need to get clean, come on. But it did not matter until I wanted it to matter. And that's the one thing that I didn't realize, is that everybody else and their mother could want me to get sober, but until I was ready to get sober, it wasn't going to happen. It wasn't gonna, and that sucks, right? It sucked because you think you want to get sober, but then just the thought of a day going without doing that is like it kind of gets you anxiety. But then like once you put repetition in, you love yourself enough to want to get away from that, man. Like it's just it's like it's almost like you go from being in portrait mode to landscape mode with your peripherals and your vision. Like everything around you starts to make a little bit more sense. And for me personally, and I'm not saying this for everybody, but for me personally, I found myself in my faith. I found myself with God. Anything is possible, and that's just my testimony. Like, I mean, you're looking at somebody who came off of the streets being homeless, like addicted to the substance, and not just that, but addicted to the rig. Like, I use the needle and everything, and to be where I am today, like it's nothing short of an honest blessing that God has given me another chance to do this right this time around. You know what I mean?
And for me, I was a stargazer. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
The open road was definitely what I needed, because with that, there was nothing but stars, especially when I was sleeping in my car. There was nothing but stars for me to just stargaze and envision what I wanted to. And I felt like if anybody was going to do it and pull the hat trick for my life, it would be me. And it only can be me. So I got knocked off my big boy chair. Time to get my pants back on and sit back on it and do what I got to do.
Exactly.
And I envision the end road just because like I know what I want to aim for. I know what the goal is.
Right.
But I don't try to dwell in, can I already hurry up and be here? Can it just be then? Because then I'm bypassing the journey. And that's where the humbleness comes from. You got to humble your journey to get to where you want to end up at. Because then how would you learn the lessons you needed to remain ahead instead of going backward?
Because you're never too old to learn a lesson. And I think that, that whole saying that you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Well, the thing is the old dog can learn new tricks, but you have to be patient and try to teach it that. And so when you're talking about that, using that reference back into yourself, like, cause I mean, I'm 35, almost 36, and you're 34, almost 35. Like we're so close in age, but we've lived such a life to this point now to where we are products of our environment. Like we have created around us, because I mean, as Pisces, and I mean, I'm not just saying it as a zodiac, but for you and I personally, as Pisces, we naturally attract the vibrations we give off. So if we're positive, we're going to attract positivity. If we're feeling not so happy, I mean, my dog even knows it, man. Like my own dog, like if I'm just like waking up and I'm just like, I don't want to go to work today, he can tell I don't want to go to work today, and he can tell. Like, so we as people, we give off frequencies, we give off vibrations of what we're going through in life. If whether we're waking up tired, slumped, not wanting to go to work, or whether we're just it's a bad day at work and we're just like, work sucked today. Everything feeds off of that, because as humans, we do give off that frequency. So what today is, it's funny because we didn't even really introduce it, but we kind of go into it. So self-acceptance and and controlling emotions in every situation, just to kind of brush up on that real quick, even though we've talked about it a lot without really knowing that we talked about it. I love that we could just jump right into that.
So it's one of those natural things.
It took me 30 years. It took me 30 years to finally be comfortable with who I am, and to accept that no matter what, I am perfect the way I am, and I don't need there to be approval from anything else in the world but just myself. You know what I mean? And that's truth, because I was I'm not gonna lie, I was that kid that I was the class clown, which is a great song coming up on my EP. But I was the class clown that went out of my way to do the most outlandish crap back in high school just to get people to laugh at me, because I wanted some sort of reassurance that y'all see me, right? I'm cool. And like the best way I could figure it out, I guess, was to just make jokes and just be a class clown and just make everyone laugh. And that was me not accepting myself, but wanting to be accepted and doing things that are just completely ridiculous. You know what I mean?
I felt like I've always known I wanted to be semi of an entertainer, because it started off with I don't know if you remember. You remember the old Jack? Yeah. You remember the old Jackass series with
I love that. I love Bam Margera, Viva La Bam, all that.
Yeah, me, my brothers, and even I would go riding my bike trying to race people up and down the street, racing the neighbors and people in the neighborhood just to have them come through. Like, yo, we're doing this. We're going to start recording it. You guys want to be tag along? To the point where we got a whole neighborhood tagged along with us doing just stunts.
That's so funny.
Stuff that we create and just like being hooligans, bro. Like, but it was just, I'll never forget it. My little brother, he waited till our dad showed up from work one day. And he was in ROTC, so he had one of those big trench coats. And
are you talking about the big BDU, like the battle dress uniform? They have like the blotchy brown, green, like that whole Major Payne looking thing.
Yeah. So he had one of those.
And I remember.
He walked up to my he walked up to my dad's truck. As my dad pulled up, he just walked up. He gave him an envelope. And on the envelope, it just had dad. And inside it said hi on a piece of paper. But it was just something to pass off. And I'll never forget it. We were like, yo, like, just go do this. So he walked up to my dad and he hands him, go downtown. Go to the corner store and ask for Pablo. And just walks away. My dad nonchalant. He already knew what it was. My dad nonchalant. Okay. Puts the window back up and you can hear him. And you see him take off. We were like, yo, really? Like, yeah, we're just like, yo. Did he just like take off? And no, he went to what we consider the chip store, which is not your chip store. It's just
the chip store.
Yeah, no.
But that's the best one. Incognito. Call it that, right?
No, that's literally until we were like almost teenagers, bro. That's what we referenced. Your local one-stop discount packy store. That's what we referenced it. It was the chip store to us.
The chip store, I love that.
Yeah, no, we had a whole system. It was awesome. My older brother, he would go ask, can we go? 90% of the time he gets the no. Then I'd go ask because I would be like the middle of our intermittent 3D.
Right.
And I'd ask, I would legit get a 50% no. No. A 33% no, a 33% maybe, and a 33% yes. The other 0.01%, man, you could put it to anything. I don't even know what it can go to. But it would always be one of those three. I would never get the consistent one. It would always be different. Now, if we really wanted to go, bro, we sent it in our gunner. We sent in my little brother. That jackass got yes almost all the time. We're like, yo, what do we got to do, bro?
Right.
Then we were just like, yo, you want to just start with him? No, because what if he gets the no first? Then who's going to be our backup? Who's our ace in the hole?
Isn't it crazy?
I know I'm not it.
Isn't it crazy looking back and just thinking, like, as a kid, like, just thinking you had it figured out, like, thinking that, like, the things that you were doing, like, because whenever we were playing football, when I was, I think, 6 or 7 years old, we were out in the yard and football was on, and, like, Dad was cooking ribs and stuff, and we were throwing the football around. My dad, he thought it was kind of funny. Like, what he would do is he'd cook some onions on the grill, and, like, because we wanted mouth guard, so he would cook up an onion sleeve and then just, like, have us, like, say, put that around your gums or your teeth, like, that's your mouth guard now. Like, we'd be out there full on tackling each other, like, throwing the ball, like, tackling each other. My uncles and my cousins.
I'm sorry. Y'all would never tackle me. I would. Man, y'all tackle me.
You see these arms?
The only thing that's gonna be on my mind.
I would have caught you. I would have caught you like a cold, bro. What are you talking about? I've always been tall.
You're not even gonna run. You're just gonna take a step and reach over and grab me.
I would have just snagged you in. Yeah, that would have been my play on the football game. But so, man, like,
was that skinny as I was? You probably would have been afraid. You might would have broken a bone. But hey, don't get it twisted. I was durable.
So, hey, y'all, just so you know, we're trying to figure out this podcasting thing still. So I'm going to run a sound real quick because we're getting ready to move into our next segment, which is it's a very popular segment in a lot of podcasting. And I figure why not give it a try? So shout out real quick to Miss Mack, the beautiful Kaylin. She ended up getting a couple of the Am I the A-hole off of Reddit for me. I got a few as well. So shout out Miss Mack. Thank you so much, baby, for doing this. So we're going to go ahead and where's the little, where's the, here it is. Is this it? Okay. That's applause. So here we go. Get ready for the next segment. This is the Am I the A-hole with me and David. We're going to go read these off, and I want you guys to comment below whenever I read the story to y'all. I want y'all to know what y'all think. So Am I the A-hole coming up next. Let's go. All right. Am I the a-hole? So this one is, like I said, Ms. Mack found this one and sent it to me. So I'm going to read this one off. So I'm going to read it the best I can, make it the best descriptive I can. I want y'all to put in the comments if this person is the a-hole or not. I would love to hear y'all's feedback as well. This is going to be fun. I think this is actually going to be a lot of fun. So this one...
I'm not going to give a comment. I'm just going to say it.
Yeah, absolutely. And by all means. So this one off Reddit... Am I the a-hole for saying, I told you so when my boyfriend got beat up by my ex? So I'm gonna read a little bit deeper into this, all right? So let me run that. So I ended things with my ex a year ago and have been dating my boyfriend for 6 months. My ex during this time has refused to move on and basically has repeatedly sent me flirty texts until I blocked him, as well as hitting on me in person, blatantly, in front of my boyfriend too. I've told him multiple times that I am not interested and I love my new boyfriend, but he has persisted. Let's hold up real quick. I want to put the brakes on that real quick. Why is it even that your ex is around you? That's my question. So it says my ex during this time is saying. So it says as well as hitting on me in person, blatantly in front of my boyfriend too. Why is your ex even around you? That's my question. First of all, so if you're in a situation where your ex is already around you and we're gonna keep going because I can't understand that.
If there's no children involved, not even mutual friends should not really be around. Because if mutual friends understand the situation, I don't even think they'd be like, all right, nah. Yeah, not together anymore. So it's like
right. Yeah. So why is it you're still in this? So like I said, repeatedly sent me flirty texts until I blocked him. So at that point, it looks like she blocked him as well as hitting on me in person. So you blocked him already once, but now he's in person flirting with you. So does he have your location? How is it in person? Are you hanging out with him? Is there a place you go that everybody else goes? So we're gonna keep going because so far this doesn't make sense.
It shows off borderline stalkerish on his part too. So
yeah, so like I said, so the title was "Am I the a-hole for I told you so?" I told you so. And my boyfriend got beat up by my ex. Kind of stupid. So let's keep going. This had led to my boyfriend.
Hold on. Yeah. Now I'm really flabbergasted about it because is stating that her boyfriend got beat up?
Yeah. So am I the a-hole for saying I told you so when my boyfriend got beat up by my ex? So, but it says that her ex was she blocked her ex because he was flirting or refused to move on, as well as hitting on me in person blatantly in front of my boyfriend. I told him multiple times I'm not interested. I love my new boyfriend, but he persisted. Why are you still even entertaining this person? If you blocked him, why are you still entertaining this? That's where I'm at. So we still have a lot to cover here real quick. Hold on. So this has led to my boyfriend wanting to fight him for disrespecting you and I's relationship. Good on you, dude. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. I always told him this wasn't a good idea because violence isn't the answer. But the real reason is half of that, and also because I know my ex would beat him in a fight. My ex trains in the gym a lot and does multiple martial arts, where my boyfriend isn't really into fitness and is very skinny. Why does that matter? Hold on. So why would that matter? You know what I mean? Like, so as a man is going to stand up, right? A man is going to stand up no matter what, and he's going to say, if you're trying to talk to my now girlfriend, well, that's your ex, I'm going to fight you. So what's with the whole, like, that's not a good idea?
I think
it don't matter.
They had a conversation, and she straight up told him, "Don't do it." He gonna.
I feel like that she's kind of fronting. I feel like she is still talking to him, though. I feel like she's still kind of talking to him on this. So.
I'm gonna say, yeah, she's the asshole now.
Because why is it that if you already blocked him, how is it that you've seen him in person? How is it that already y'all have like seen? Because you can't put it in that order, because I'm reading it in chronological order, which if you're smart and you're typing this correctly, you're going to put things in order, not like deflect back to, like, you know what I mean? Anyway, we'll keep going. He finally told me last week that he's going to fight my ex at a party, and they'll both be on Saturday. This past Saturday, I guess why they had to put that. I don't know why. I begged him not to. He begged him not to, sure. Okay, I begged him not to and told him bluntly he will lose and make himself look bad. He responded saying that he's a lot bigger than my ex. He's quite tall and my ex's average height, so he'll be fine. I repeatedly warned him, but he brushed it off. So here we go. So he wants, the current boyfriend wants to stand up for the relationship and say, look, man, like this is not okay. Like, so we'll keep going. Lo and behold, exactly what I said happened, and he ended up losing, although he wasn't hurt too badly. So hold on. How did you lose if you weren't hurt too badly? Aside from his ego.
She got into it. She had to stop it. I know she had to. She egged him on. She egged on the ex. That's the only explanation, at least I feel.
Here, check this out. He came to me upset and expected sympathy, but I just felt irritated and said I told him exactly that this would happen, and he chose not to listen. He's angry with me for being unsupportive, and I feel like I tried to warn him. Am I the a-hole? Yeah, you are. And I'm going to tell you exactly why I think you're the a-hole. Because, first of all, why did you guys go to a freaking party that he was going to be at, right? So that's my first question. Why is it that y'all decided to go and meet up at this party? Because, like, apparently your ex was going to be there, too. Well, you said you blocked him. I don't believe that. Not for a chance. It almost sounds like she's not over him as well. And I don't know. I feel like this is really painted out to be like...
That's a huge wishy-washy, so I'm definitely sticking to my yes. She's the a-hole in that nature.
Yeah, you're the a-hole. You know what? At the end of the day...
To stop it all,
no.
Let it happen.
No, because she tried to warn him not to let it happen, but you put yourself in a situation for it to happen, right? Did she not? Did she put herself... If you knew that he was going to be there, why did you and your boyfriend go there? You know what I mean? Like that whole thing. So I'm just going to say, I think that you are the a-hole. I think you're the a-hole for the reason being that you seem to, even though you said that I blocked my ex, she says she blocked her ex. I blocked my ex and I told him I'm in love with my boyfriend to leave me alone. And for her to still kind of, like say that now they've met in person and like because it has to be chronological ordered, and if it's not, then that's just a terrible way to write. You need to go to college or go to school and learn how to write, because that's not at all a proper way to write a story, because we read a story for chronological order. So if you're going to write something out, put it in chronological order. But then, no matter what, your boyfriend stood up and said, I'm going to fight this dude. Win or lose, I'm going to fight him because he's disrespecting my relationship, is what this guy says, right? So by going and doing that, and then getting his butt kicked, I guess, from what she says, but not too badly, just his ego was hurt. So I guess he didn't really lose. It was just more probably, like you said, she probably stepped in. So... But then when he went to her for sympathy, why did she said she was annoyed. She said she was annoyed that he came to her because I tried warning you. So yeah, you're the a-hole. Yeah, see the door. No. I hope he found someone better. Oh man. All right, so we're gonna move on. We got another one. This one also sent in by Miss Mackk. She found another awesome one. Am I the a-hole for telling my what does DIL mean? Daughter-in-law. Oh, okay. So I had to read. Am I the a-hole for telling my daughter-in-law that I will never be her mother and to leave me alone? All right. Ready for the story?
Whoa.
Ready for the story? All right. Here it comes. All right. So am I the a-hole for telling my daughter-in-law that I will never be her mother and to leave me alone? This is mostly about my daughter-in-law, and then I guess the name is Kat, K-A-T. Her mother ran out on her when she was a child, and she went into foster care, according to my son. She's currently seeing a therapist. Okay. My issue with Kat is that she's repeatedly stomped on my boundaries. She's a very touchy person. She refuses to call me by my name and refers to me as mom. I correct her every time and telling her I'm not comfortable being called mom by her, and I want her to use my name. Let me pump the brakes. Let me pump the brakes on that real quick. So you're complaining because hold on. So go ahead. I want to hear your take on this real quick, and I'm gonna because we're not through the story yet, but I want to hear your take on this.
That's the child looking for guidance. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of a cutthroat black or white scenario. And how I look at it. The kid is reaching out. They're deprived of that parenting guidelines, role, love, affection, and they're seeking it from you, and you're just like, eh.
And like,
an a-hole is an undercarry word of what I would say for that, but I haven't heard the whole story, so.
Yeah, we're gonna keep going because I agree with you. I'm on this part where I'm just like kind of confused. So why are you so stuck up, Karen? Why is it that like this if this is your son's girlfriend and like she calls you mom, which in some situations that's like a sign of respect, right? Like to be like, especially if you're in a relationship. Like I call my girlfriend's mom sometimes, and I call her dad too, and we work every day together. You know what I mean? So like it's in some cases it's a sign of respect. And then she named off in the beginning that she went into foster care and she's currently seeing a therapist, which is I don't know why that needed to be included in there at all. But her parents ran out on her when she was a child, and now she's a very touchy person, calls her mom, and then she's like, I don't want you to call me that, call me by my name. So then we're gonna keep going from there because already I'm like kind of just like I think it's kind of stupid because that does not seem to be like it seems to be like this person just has a problem with ego. I'm talking about the person who wrote the post. So here we go. There's been multiple times where she asked inappropriate questions, mostly about why I'm not close to my own mother. For context, my mother was horrible. Kat keeps pushing for details and insists that I should get closer to her because family sticks together. She basically tells me to forgive my mom and doesn't understand not being close with one's parent. I told her to drop the topic multiple times, and she refuses. Because of this, I'm not a huge fan of hers. I've spoken to my son about it, and he asked me to be patient. I've also talked to Kat multiple times, which is the daughter-in-law Kat, and asked her to respect my boundaries, and she always says she will, but then goes right back into ignoring them. This is where I might be the jerk. My daughter, Sam, 20, and I are taking a weekend trip. Sam has medical issues and needs to see a specialist a few states over. She hasn't disclosed this issue to the rest of my family yet. She plans to, and she has a firm plan. There's a lot of information for no reason. Somehow, word about the trip got to Kat, and she called me asking why she wasn't invited. I told her it was an important trip, and it's not a fun one. She accused me of lying, claiming it was a mother-daughter trip that she was excluded from, and I told her, again, this is not a girl's trip. She wouldn't let it go and started demanding that she comes, saying that she's my daughter and needs to be there. I said no again. She kept insisting, saying I am her mom, saying that I guess she was saying that the person who's writing this is her mom, and she has to come on this trip since is my kid. That's when I snapped. I told her I will never be her mother just because she married my son. Oh, so I guess they're married. It's not boyfriend girlfriend. Just because you married my son does not make me her parent. I told her to leave me the frick alone, and even if this was a mother-daughter trip, she still wouldn't be invited because she isn't my kid, and then I hung up. My son says I need to apologize to her and invite her. Well, I don't, so then I am a huge dick to her. Then I was out of line and need to make up to Kat. The situation has spread to the rest of the family, and everyone seems to have their own opinion. Sam is getting flack too, which isn't helping, especially since it doesn't disclose the reason for the trip yet. Okay, so this is a whole bag of mess. This is an entire bag of mess.
That's just.
This is a whole bag of mess right now, from my opinion, from what I see, and the reason why is because
she just needs to give Kat a big hug and be like, "Listen, I'm sorry for the language, but I'm gonna say it exactly how she needs to tell Kat. She just needs to give her a big hug and be like, "Listen, bitch, I love you."
I just feel like this whole situation, that it seems like, especially if she's already married to the mom's son, why do you got to be so cold though? If you already know her backstory, she has abandonment issues or something, or whatever. I mean, I'm not saying you got to look. I'm not saying you have to invite her to this trip or whatever, but if I also don't really believe. I guess I don't believe that when she says that she told her, no, I don't need you to come, it's a medical thing. She says she insists that I come. I feel like that's a big grab for attention. I feel like that was just posted on that just for the Reddit reasons, and I think it's kind of funny that that was even written like that. So yeah, to be honest, even though the from a majority vote in here it says not the a-hole, I am going to call you the a-hole, and I'm going to call you the a-hole for the reason being right out the gate when you said that, because you exclaimed her saying that she went into foster care according to son. She's currently seeing a therapist. She ran out when she was a child, so obviously she has abandonment issues. And if she calls you mom, and like I said, some people they call especially their mother-in-law or father-in-law mom or dad. Like, so what's the problem with that? Why do you have a problem with that? Why? I mean, if it's not your thing, cool. But you had to make a whole post about it.
I used to call my mother-in-law mom, and she and I did it for that reason, out of endearment and like respect and shit.
Right.
And she questioned me on it, but it wasn't because like she was weirded out. It was new. Like,
no,
apparently, like, I don't know. It was new to her, so she asked like the back on it, and I explained it. She was like, "Oh, okay," because she never got a negative feeling off it. She just didn't know, like, it was new to her.
Right, yeah. So I just. I guess I can see it from both sides of it, but maybe it just seems like that the mom is extremely defensive. It seems like that she's really, really.
I think that comes from the lack of relationship she has with her mom.
that's probably what it is too. And so she's deflecting her own anger and insecurities because it said right there that there's been multiple times she asked about, and it says inappropriate questions. So, but then it goes into context. My mother was horrible, and she keeps pushing for details. How is that an inappropriate question? What if she's just trying to get to know you? I mean, all I'm just trying to do is take it for what it is, and it really sounds like. And even though that most of the Reddit people said not an a-hole, I'm going to say you are an a-hole. I'll be the one that says you are an a-hole because maybe you should take more time into getting to know your.
Is there a neutral button to where it's like I can say yes, I can see the asshole side, but I can see not the asshole side? I don't know. I'm a little conflicted on that one.
Here's one of the comments in here. Because people wrote NTA, which is not the a-hole. This person said, not the a-hole. Your daughter-in-law is trying to use you to heal her mother wound instead of trying to build a relationship with you organically. It sounds insufferable. I don't know about that. Maybe she's just trying to. We don't know these people, obviously, so we don't. I don't know. I don't think that's it, though. I just don't think that's it. So what do y'all think? Like, flood the comments. Let us know. Let us know what you guys think so far about this. So we have a few more we're going to go through as well because this next one seems pretty funny. Real quick, who here loves Pokemon? Because I grew up loving Pokemon. I mean, I
downloaded an emulator game on my phone so I could play the old shit that we grew up on.
I used to have that. I used to have that when I was in the Army, dude. I used to have that emulator on the iOS emulator. It's an iOS emulator, and you could use it on your phone and play Game Boy as like an app, and you could use it on your phone. That was cool. So Pokemon was always so cool. Plus, also, both of my chinchillas are named Pikachu and Raichu for obvious reasons. Right? So this one's called "Am I the A-hole for stealing back Pokemon cards my fiance's nephew took and possibly taking extras?" ? All right, let's go. Let's dive into this because first of all, that's grounds for that.
Yeah, like. I think the kid's an asshole. Why are you taking my Pokemon cards?
Right. All right. Hello, all. I'm keeping this off my main as family members know my account, and I don't want them asking me about it just yet. Okay, calm down. To set the background, I'm 29 female, my fiance 31 male, and I have 3 children, 8 female, 7 female, 5 male. Sometime last year, my daughter, Summer, the 8-year-old female, started collecting Pokemon cards that her biological dad would gift her during visitation. I haven't kept up with the fandom as I aged, but collected coin as a kid and loved the idea of helping my daughter grow her collection. I have also supplemented the collection from Lucky Goodwill finds. It's about 5 binders worth of cards, with the cards from between 95 to 2018 generally, and some are very rare. My SIL, I'm assuming
that's a pretty solid collection. Just keep it in stock. My mom still has some of the originals and all that, and like I've been looking at them, like, man, they still mint. So I'm sorry to interrupt, but
no, you're good.
I value a good collection.
Hey, so far, I love the way the picture's being painted because these are great Pokemon cards. From the sounds of it, I'm assuming there's a rare Charizard in there. I'm assuming there's a rare, like a shiny holographic Charizard in there. Maybe one of those limited edition 1999 Pokemon that movie where it had Mew and Mewtwo and like the VHS. And when you opened it, it came with that card. Like, for real.
So I went. if you went to the movie, like if you ever saw it at the movie. You got a limited edition Mewtwo card that you could only...
Mew.
No. So if you got the VHS, it came with Mewtwo. If you went to the movies, it came with Mew. You could only get the one doing the other. And it was only limited.
Okay.
And for the Mewtwo, you have more accessibility, though.
Right.
I thought it was pretty dope.
No, that's awesome. So it goes back to... My sister-in-law asked my fiance if we could babysit her 2 sons, Peter, 8 years old, and Paul, 7 years old. While out of town for the weekend, she has to pick up her husband's nephew for something. I was not keen on that for a few reasons, so it's labeled. Number 1, Peter has to attend to alternate school for anger issues and outbursts, and thought to have become less frequent. I would not know how to handle if something happens. Number 2, Peter has had issues in the past with stealing money from my fiance. And when we would leave cash out in our room, he would get defensive about it, but $10 was never something I'd die on a hill for, so usually I would just drop it. Number 3, Peter has also tried stealing my daughter's Pokemon cards in the past for my Dragon Ball Z cards. Oh yeah. I knew that. I knew that. I knew that would turn you up.
No.
I took them back, but blemished my relationship with my son-in-law a tad. Blemished. Okay, but it blemished my relationship with my son. Despite all this, I hoped the weekend could go smoothly as needed to help. So me and my fiance agreed. However, last night I was at work. Summer called me and asked if we could give her Pokemon cards to Peter. I could hear Peter whispering in the background. I was very clear in saying no because I couldn't advise if there would be a fair trade or if he would take more valuable cards. Later, I asked my daughter if she was really wanted to give him the cards, and she said no, Okay. This morning, while tidying my daughter's room, I saw the Pokemon binders out. I had a bad feeling. Opened them up and discovered the half collection missing. The binders were full, but now they were half empty. Pages and scattered cards missing. I was pissed. I went to Peter's backpack and found some of my Dragon Ball Z cards, my other daughter's full rock collection, and a massive plastic bag with a bunch of Pokemon cards dumped in it. I took everything back and sorted my daughter's cards from Peter's. How do you know whose are whose? Though I was going by the cards print dates. I guess I'm getting old. I need to get glasses. I need to pull this closer. As Peter only has cards from 2022 and beyond, so I thought I'd put my sorted cards in a lunchbox. I told my fiance this, but Peter and Paul have noticed their cards stash is much lighter and started whining and saying that their aunt gifted them some older cards that are missing. I'm sick and tired of thinking that they can steal whatever they want from our house. Am I the a-hole for not giving them any cards back, even if some are actually theirs? So let's go ahead and make this clear. I don't think you're the a-hole for the reason being that if you're gonna go and steal, like if you're was it son-in-law? Did she say son-in-law? My son-in-law asked my fiance. My son-in-law asked my fiance, SIL, son-in-law, I'm assuming. My son-in-law asked my fiance if we could babysit her too. Oh, so, okay, so son-in-law asked my fiance if we could babysit. Oh, so, okay, so it would be nephews. Okay, nephew-in-laws. 8-year-old and 7-year-old. So, I don't know. I guess that's a gray area. So, what do you think? Like, do you think that she's being an a-hole for not giving any of them back, even though that some of them... No, the reason why is because you need to learn your lesson. You don't steal. That's like the ultimate thing is you do not steal, right? You cannot allow that to just.
You know what? If we were in the Dragon Ball Z era and theft, you lose your hands, or you get hit with a Gallon gun.
Right. Yeah, I've seen fights in my lunchroom back in high school take place with Pokemon cards, man, or a Yu-Gi-Oh, or Magic the Gathering. Sorry, Magic the Gathering was the thing. I could never honestly get into Magic the Gathering. It was not my thing, but that was one thing that a lot of people were into. Was Magic the Gathering.
I didn't even know what that is. I was a Yu-Gi-Oh person, bro. Like I was that type. I had like 4 different decks set out, and I would bring certain decks to school. But like each deck was like equally like distributed properly, bro.
Right. Never Yu-Gi-Oh for me. Never Yu-Gi-Oh for me. Honestly, that's just the way it was.
I was that type of nerd, bro. I honest that.
So let's do one more. I have 2 more in front of me, but I'm going to read you the topics, and I want to hear what your thoughts are on which one we should cover. Because let's just be honest, I don't think that person is the a-hole for keeping all the cards, because I think that needs to be something where they sit down and they have a conversation. They have a conversation with their with all the kids, like bring everyone together. Because that's just like that's just bad habits. Like if you give them back, you didn't. If you give them all back, you didn't teach them anything.
Right, and that's rewarding stupidity. She's a better person than me, right? She did exactly what I would have done if I didn't see anything of the Dragon Ball. As soon as I'm sorry, I am that Dragon Ball Z type of nerd. You stole my Dragon Ball Z collection. You lucky I didn't throat punch you a little bit with a toy.
Or pull a.
I'm just gonna devise a whole trap. Every step you're just gonna fall, or something's gonna whack you, and you know what? Not one hand of mine is going to be touching you, so I didn't do nothing.
I can already hear the whole Tom Stotts from South Park. Peter, you're grounded. You're grounded. For real. All right, so the first topic would be, am I an a-hole for refusing to take my shoes off in my friend's house, causing his wife to cancel the Dungeons & Dragons sessions for everybody, which, if you know anybody who does Dungeons & Dragons, like, those are serious.
No, whoa, bro! Like, I've heard people doing like 6 to 9 hour conquests. I'm just,
I have friends that would do that for days, bro. Like they would do that for days. Like they would like when I worked security, a couple of my workers they did D&D nights and so they would leave and come back and they would leave it set out and like they would do these campaigns for sometimes weeks. Like they would come back a couple times a week and continue. Like they would leave, and so I just I personally, even though D&D was like a thing of our era, it never was something that I could personally. I never got into it. I never got into it. No.
I thought of Dungeons and Dragons as the movie. That's how I got introduced to that.
Oh, I knew what it was. I just couldn't understand it. It's like it's a board game with like people writing stuff down with like figurines and like rolling like 6 pairs of dice. It seemed too complex for me. So if anybody out there does D&D, more hats off to you. I couldn't do it. It's not my thing, honorly.
Yeah, no, she's not my older cousin. My little cousin, somebody else's older sibling. Sorry, that's a side story. They do that, and it's just like she really enjoys it, and I'm just like. I did the whole military thing. I know numbers. I'm very good with numbers, but this, you will destroy me.
D&D? Yeah, no, D&D was not my thing. D&D was not my thing. So this one, let's read that one. Hey, let's read that one. So, am I the a-hole? So this is a topic for all y'all who are just joining, or if you're just joining now.
What was the other one, though?
Oh, yeah, so the other topic was, am I the a-hole? My dad is homeless, and I told him to leave my house.
Shit.
Let's do the shoes off one. I think that's funny. Let's do the shoes off in the home.
Yeah.
I feel like that's really, really funny for sure. I'm just going back and checking real quick. I want to read some of those comments. Because Facebook does not allow me to see it on our stream, so I want to go back to see if there was any comments on Facebook. So Miss Mackk, of course, showing support as she always does back there. She said she should have blocked him from the beginning. No reason to be in contact. She's an a-hole daughter-in-law. So yeah, okay. So I agree with you on that. So that was referencing the very first one about the ex. Yeah, why didn't she? What the thing was, honey, is that she said that she did block the ex, but then they ran into each other at a party or whatever. So like I think that altogether that very first one we talked about, that person was definitely the a-hole for
thinking back and hearing how you say it. It definitely sounds like it was premeditated. Like,
yeah. Because even though the boyfriend said that they wanted to, I'm going to fight him, even though she's like, oh, don't, he's like a mixed martial artist and all that kind of stuff. And then whenever he stood up for his relationship and he fought him, even if he lost, according to her, which she said he didn't get beat up too bad, it was his ego that got hurt, which I don't understand any of that because that's not how fights are, or wasn't in our day. But for her to, and then when he said that when he was seeking sympathy through her, she's like, she ignored it like I told you so. So you know what? You are the a-hole. Yeah, you're the a-hole. 100%.
She was like irritated and all that.
Yeah. Like that person shouldn't be in your DMs. You shouldn't be going to parties where they're at either. Like that's just a whole thing. Like I don't understand kids nowadays. Like that's just not what that is about. Anyway,
I think she's saying she is the asshole. She's voting.
She's voting. She's voting that girl's the a-hole for sure. She's the one that sent me that, so I think that's hilarious. I think she was reading that to us when we were playing GTA the other day. She read us like a first little bit of it, and we both agreed for sure that lady is the a-hole. So anyway, this one's called the "Am I the a-hole for refusing to take my shoes off in my friend's house because his causing his wife to cancel our Dungeons and Dragons session for everybody." The most popular vote.
How bad was it that you need to cancel your Dungeons and Dragons?
For not taking your shoes off? All right, let's read. Posting this on a throwaway because my friends know the main. Okay, I don't care. First of all, why did you even say that? Because nobody here cares. Nobody cares that you're posting it on that. I'll be the a-hole and say that. Nobody cares. You don't need to act like you're some trending Redditor that needs to make it known that
that's unnecessary information that they write in.
Calm down, yeah. So I, 38 male, was invited to a Dungeons and Dragons session with 4 other people at my friend Alex's house, who's also 34. He was 38, his friend's 34. When I got there, I might need glasses here soon. I got to put this up a little closer. So when I got there, his wife answered the door and immediately asked me, take your shoes off because they have a strict no shoes policy due to them having a crawling baby. I explained I have a medical condition called, and I'm going to try to pronounce this the best way I can. It's epidermolysis bullosa simplex. I guess the shorter term is EBS, which makes the skin on my feet extremely fragile. Even mild friction or pressure can cause painful blisters and tears, so I have to wear supportive shoes and cushions, orthopedic insoles at all times, even indoors. Walking barefoot or just in socks causes me pain and can lead to bleeding. She suggests that I put grocery bags or socks over my shoes. But I told her that it's unsafe for walking and honestly just insulting. She said, can't compromise her baby's health for my comfort. When Alex came to the door, he told me just deal with it for a couple hours or I wasn't welcome inside. I told him I wasn't going to risk injuring myself over a D&D session. If my shoes were that big of a deal, then I respectfully leave. As I walked back to my car, I overheard his wife telling the other guests that they were already there, that the night was off because I made a huge scene at the door. So I guess they canceled the whole D&D session because he wouldn't take his shoes off. He decided to just leave, respectfully. Later, I got a group text from Alex saying he was canceling D&D night because it's not fair to expect everyone else to pretend nothing happened. Some mutual friends say I overreacted and I could have just sucked it up, while others think Alex and his wife were ridiculous for ruining everyone else's plans just because I decided not to stay. Man, okay, so, and we all know, if you have friends that do D&D, I think some people have friends that do D&D, know how serious D&D can get, right? Like, how serious D&D can get. Like,
but it's not that serious to someone's medical condition.
To some people, but if this is he says this is a medical condition. I need to do more research to find out exactly the extent of it. But EBS, epidermolysis bullosa simplex. So if that is a condition where you have to wear a certain type of shoe, and it just has, I'm not going to sit here and say that's not a condition. Now, most of Reddit apparently upvoted it saying he's the a-hole. How are you the a-hole for just leaving? Like, if you were told you need to take your shoes off to come in because of the baby, which there could have, I guess, been more detail. My baby this, my baby that, or
he could have been the a-hole if he stayed.
Yeah, and didn't take his shoes off. Said no.
I felt like he was respectfully he left.
Yeah. He just said he
respected their guidelines and he didn't want to go against their home guidelines, so he wasn't going to be there.
Also, is this your first time going to your friend's house? Like, did you already not know that? Did your friend already not know this? So you're already being told to go to D&D night tonight, and you're showing up, and you didn't know that you had to take your shoes off, which is fine. And then when you get told, make sure you take your shoes off. So it's either A, he has EBS, or B, his feet stink because he's a dirty bird or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. We're gonna go with the fact that why did my thing go away? We're gonna go. Am I still here? Okay. We're gonna go. I had a call from a friend coming. I had to decline. I'll call him back in a minute. But it says we're gonna go to a friend's house and we're gonna go play D&D. And I got told to take my shoes off, and I'm not gonna take them off because of my medical condition. So now I'm gonna leave. But they canceled D&D altogether because he wouldn't take his shoes off. And they said that he made a scene, but I don't see where the scene was made. Where was the scene made? We obviously only know what we know of the story. So I can't comprehend how people are voting and saying that he's the a-hole because I don't see him being the a-hole. So
Mina just pulled up the info on EBS.
Okay, so what is that? What is it? Is it exactly how we explained it to be, though? I'm curious now.
It is a generic skin disorder characterized by extremely fragile skin that blisters easily in response to minor friction or injury.
Carpet.
While mid forms of EBS primarily affect the hands and feet, typically improved with age, severe forms can lead to widespread blistering, potentially identifying life-threatening matters.
So it sounds like it was serious from the beginning. So by them not taking it serious and okay, so if he left, why did they have to go and shut down the whole D&D night? Why was it the case that they had to shut down the entire night just because there was a commotion because he wouldn't take his shoes off? It sounded like he just left because he didn't want to. He couldn't take his shoes off.
She's the one, or whoever was hosting. It sounded like they kind of they made the scene.
Right.
Because he said, correct me if I'm wrong, it stated in there that as he was walking to his car, he could hear her.
Yeah. They were making a
shouting.
commotion. They were making a commotion about it. Apparently, yeah.
So it seemed like the scene was made after he left.
Yeah. So I don't understand why they had to shut down the whole D&D party just because he wouldn't take his shoes off and he refused and he decided to leave. So let's backtrack a little bit. She said it was because they have a baby, which it's respectful. You have a baby. So I mean, if that's your rules, that's your rules. But if you're having people over for D&D night, is it not time to put the baby? Is it nighttime? Is it time for the baby to go to bed? And I'm not. Yeah. Like, and maybe clean. Like, I mean, it's just, if he's wearing his socks or his shoes, like if he's just walking across carpet or tile or to go sit at a table to play video games, it ain't like he's just stomping all over your house. He's going from the door to the table to play D&D. So I don't think you're the a-hole, bro. I don't.
Right.
I think that if they can't respect your,
and if the carpet is, what's a quick vacuum?
Right. Especially, yeah. Oh, and I was reading that. So Miss Mackk says, I would want you to fight for me, and I know you'd win too. Well, regardless, honey, of course I'd fight for you, always fight for you. And even, win or lose, that's just what a man does. He steps up. And that was to the previous one we read about that, about the guy getting his butt kicked and then the girlfriend being... That whole situation, yeah, that's total a-hole. Total a-hole. We have one more of this, and we're going to jump into music review. One more Am I the A-hole? We're just going to go through it. So
I'm really curious.
I love this. I think these are fun. These Am I the A-holes are actually really fun. These are fun to do. It's a nice little like in between, and it picks at our minds. So, yeah, exactly. I'm confused too, honey. Like she says, I'm confused how wearing shoes would affect her baby. I don't know, because if your baby is in bed because it's nighttime and you're having all your friends over to do D&D, because obviously your attention's not on your child when you're playing D&D. So wouldn't your child already be in bed or in the crib or in their playpen or something? So how does it affect your child?
If you guys are real D&D players, you're gonna be playing now for a couple hours. You're not gonna get interrupted by a child.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like that's a controlling thing. I feel like they're just controlling that. And it's like, hey, if your rules of the house are we need you to take your shoes off, by all means, that's cool. But if homie comes over that was invited over, I don't think he just showed up. I think he was invited. So if he was invited over there and he said, by the way, I have this condition where I can't take my shoes off because I have EBX, it would hurt my feet and it could blister and cause really bad damage to my condition if I walk around. So, and then for them to make, so he says I'll kindly leave.
As a whole, you should be able to accommodate and be able to like make it to where, all right, put something underneath his feet or whatever, where it's not like, right? Because how he stated they wanted him to put bags or whatever, which makes it difficult to walk.
Yeah,
do something from when they're sitting, and then there's ways to go around that.
He said he'll kindly leave. He'll walk away. He'll go leave, and then for them to make a big deal. Never mind, y'all. D&D is off. It's done. Go home. Everybody go home. He ruined it for everybody. Like, are you kidding me right now? What about the homies? What if the homie, Dylan drove like an hour from his home to come play D&D that night, and they already had 4 people, and this was the 5th person. So I don't understand why that was such a big deal. Why was it such a big deal? So you know what? You're not the a-hole, bro. You know what? Take care of your medical conditions. Those aren't the people you need to. Those aren't the people you need to be hanging out around. Honestly, those are not the people. You know what I mean?
No, like there's a community of D&Ds, and it's just finding the right conquest.
But let me say this though: whenever I cleaned pools, which was about 2 years ago, I was cleaning pools, and there's one place that we went to. It was a detective's house, and in order to get to his pool, you had to go through his house, and it was in a gated community. And so what you would do is you would get house slippers. There are house slippers, which it's a netting. It's almost like for your hair that you put around your shoes. So when you walk through a house, you don't track mud, whatever the case may be. Right. So if you're so concerned, why not have they're called house booties, like the little booties, like boots, like booty slip-ons. So why not have those ready for?
I had to wear those at the hospital one time.
Oh yeah. So those are real. Why not just have those ready? Or if let's take it back to the guy who wrote the post. Unfortunately, why does it matter? But why not bring those with you next time? Say, hey man, I'd like to still play, but I can go get some house booties to put on my feet, so that way when I walk to your house, I'm not, I think the whole thing is just, it's just so whack. The whole thing is just out of control. I think the whole thing's, everybody's the a-hole. Let's just say it this way. Everybody's the a-hole. The whole situation, everybody, except for the people that were sitting at the table waiting to play, who were invited over, they are not
They're the victims.
They're the victims. Yeah, they were the victims. They were literally the victims of this whole thing because they just came over to play. Like I said, let's just put some names on it. Dylan and let's say like Mikey and like they're over there chilling. They already got all their pieces they painted all week ready to go or however D&D works. I don't know. I don't play it. But they're over there waiting to play. One of them drove an hour out of their way. The other one took off a whole day of work so they can come play. And all because homie over here shows up with a condition on his feet to where he cannot come in the house. He cannot. Yeah, nobody knew about it, and he was invited too. By the way, he was invited over. So I'm gonna say the dude who wrote the post is an a-hole for not saying, "Hey, by the way, I don't know why you need to ask this, but like, just so you know, I have a skin condition on my feet, which is embarrassing, so I can't take my shoes off when I come in." So, and then at that point, he'd be like, well, my wife doesn't want people to have shoes on. So, well, would you rather him walk around in his dirty ass socks? And part of my French, but like, what would you rather him be barefoot and nasty, mangly, dirty? Like, if he has a disease on his feet, would you rather him walk around with that foot disease where your baby's at? Or would you rather him wear a shoe that protects all that? Like, I'm trying to look at it from all directions, and I can't. Everybody's the a-hole, man. Lesser the a-hole is the guy who wrote the post, and the ones who are not a-holes are the ones. Well, actually, you know what? The guys that took off time out of their day to go and show up and play there, they are the a-holes because they have terrible friends. Like, I don't know. That whole thing, when you think about it, like I cannot corroborate how those people they sound so picky, nitpicky. I bet you they also say like no alcohol and oh, you want to smoke weed? Well, you can smoke that in your car, or like or like make sure. But
I don't want to smell it when you come in.
They probably have so many rules too. As soon as you sit down to play D&D, they're just like, actually, this person goes first because this person has seniority, and oh, your figurines aren't painted for D&D. Yeah, well, that's a problem. That's a big problem.
Yeah, no, like they got like rules and all that stuff. Like it's like a whole like lifestyle type thing. It's crazy.
You ain't even walked into the house yet, and you're being told to take your shoes off, and then it's a big deal to where everybody's screaming about your.
I think somebody got in the character early at that point. Somebody was already. Yeah. He must have been dungeon master or something. She was already trying to get in the character.
I guess that, yeah, exactly. I guess that if there was like a serious situation involved here, why wouldn't if there was like a condition to where like the baby could not be around people that wear shoes in the house or something. I'm trying my best to see it from all angles, man, and I cannot for the life of me figure out why that's the case. Like, if you just don't want people wearing shoes in your house, just say you don't want people wearing shoes in your house. And if he's saying he has a medical condition, and if you don't believe him and ask him to leave over that, rather than saying, okay, let me put like 2 pieces of paper under your feet, now slide across the floor to the table. Like, did it really have to get to that? I don't feel like it had to. I don't think it had to get all the way to that point. So we have one more we'll get into real quick before we do a music review. So if y'all have been sticking around for the music review, thank you for being part of this. Thank you for this is a new segment we're putting. Am I the a-hole? Last one. My dad is homeless, and I told him to leave my house. Is it Frank Gallagher?
If it's Frank Gallagher, you're not.
No. If it's Frank Gallagher, then no, you're not.
And if that's all it took, you tried something different and it didn't work.
All this should say is Frank Gallagher in the comments, and they'd be like, "Yep, you're not the a-hole." But all right, let's go. All right. Am I the a-hole? My dad and brother are both homeless, and they've been staying at my place. My place is very compacted, meant for a small family, but having them just leaves less room for my kids and I. I feel trapped in my bedroom every day because they take up the entire place with their belongings, and they just lay on the couch all day. I just miss being able to roam free around my house and how I want. I told my dad it was cool for the time being, but he seems to just be comfortable with the situation. However, it's making me uncomfortable, and I feel as though I'm providing for extra people when I'm trying to provide for my own family. Plus, I get nothing out of this but a possible eviction for violating my lease, which I'm trying to avoid because then none of us will have anywhere to live. Anyways, my dad left finally today to someone's house, and I texted him and my mom this today because I didn't have the heart to tell him in person. I added my mom because although her and dad aren't together, she's not trying to help my brother find a stable home either. And as a minor, my brother needs a stable home or he'd be better off in foster care. So I said this to my parents. Hi, guys. I wanted to see if possible we can come together to help dad find a new spot for him and blank brother. I feel like my place is too small for all of us, and I've already been given a warning by the landlord about my lease and having dad and blank here, or brother. In the beginning, it was only weekends, but now it's every day, so we're risking it and more and more. And the last thing I want is for us to not have anywhere to live. So I think that it would be better thing to. So I think that we would be better. We would be the better thing to do. That would be the better thing to do. Okay. I'm going blind. I need to put it closer to my face. And honestly, I would probably be able to deal with my mental health with less stress on my plate. Also, I have somewhere to go next weekend, so no one will be able to stay here during those times. It's not about you guys giving me money for. It's not about you guys giving money for my brother. It's just about us all having our own space so we can all live peacefully. My dad then responded and said, "It's whatever. I'm going to leave today and take all of my stuff. Don't worry, we won't be back. We'll leave today. Don't worry. We won't come back after today. I don't need anyone's help. I'm grown. I'll figure it out." So I think he got mad. Am I the a-hole for what I did, or do I have a valid reason? Either way, my parents and brother hate me now. So no, you're not the a-hole. I'm gonna say you're not the a-hole, and for the reason being that all you wanted to do is be able to keep the home over your head, because at the end of the day, you and your kids matter most, and you wanted to help your dad out. You wanted to bring your dad in and your brother in. Why is your brother that's a minor homeless too? Why is your mom not helping? Why is it that your mother's not helping? What's up with that? I mean, I if he's a minor and dad and brother are just out doing their thing, like why is it that you're the one taking on the brunt? Now, I don't think you're the a-hole, because if you're, and especially that was what I was looking for. If the landlord already had a talk with you about it, and this is serious, like if you're not on the lease and the landlords catch wind of it, because they're all about that money grab, so they're going to tell you that you need to have someone on the lease to live there. So that's just, in my opinion, that person is not the a-hole for that at all. I don't think so. I can't find anywhere in there for that to be the reason.
Especially if you got a family that you're trying to keep afloat yourself.
Yeah, your children. And if they're just like laying around, so it'd be different if like they showed up and they were just trying to like help here and there or like do something around the house. But according to the Reddit, they said that they're not doing anything and they're just kind of lounging around and being freeloaders. Which for the minor kid,
It's not really his fault.
You don't go to school, bro? Does he not go to school? What's up with that? Because it said minor brother. So I don't know.
It's got to be a school.
I don't think that person's the a-hole, because they obviously wanted to. She wanted to help her dad and her brother, but at the same time, she's stuck in a situation where now it's like, well, now my landlord's catching wind of it, and it's time to go. So
yeah,
it's just, that's the whole thing. So to conclude that, I don't think that person is the a-hole at all. No, I don't think they're the a-hole. I think you need to do what you need to do best. All right. Let's see here. A kaleidoscope. There we go. Okay, I'm going to add that in real quick. All right, we're going to jump into the highly anticipated music review now. So let me see. Where's my...
right.
Let's see. Where's my buttons at here? All right, we are going to be jumping into the music review. I had to try that out.
You loved when you found that.
Man, I had to check that out. I had to try it out. Let me rename this real quick. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Okay, so if y'all are here for the music review, let me rename this real quick. Widefield Yeti. I saw you. I need to spell that right. That doesn't look right. But yeah, Widefield Yeti killed it on the last review. I really loved his, because I love his style. Like the whole boom bap style is, in my opinion, personal opinion, I love the boom bap style. I think it's really, really unique. I think it's really good. So let's get into the music. Let me see. Can I find another? Where's like just like the? Oh, here we go. Let me. All right, let's add that. Let's add that one in. I'm finding sounds. I'm still learning. I'm still learning this. Let me add this one too. This one's funny. All right, so What did y'all think of the "Am I the A-hole"? Was that funny or what? Okay. All right. Cool. All right. I just want to make sure that everybody was on board with me here. What's that? That was. Oh, it was great. It was great. It was great. Right? It was great. So, let's see. All right. So, nonetheless, we're going to get into this. I hope everybody who submitted music is in the live chat. I know that a lot of people really only like to jump in just to hear their music. So if you stuck around this whole time just to just to hear your music, I hope you appreciated the show so far. We love doing this. This is amazing. So we're gonna we're gonna run this in chronological order.
I'm excited because last week definitely has some good ones.
Oh, we had great ones. Yeah, absolutely.
And I can only imagine to see and hear what's going on this week.
So, hey, check it out real quick. If you're live, or if you're in this right now with us, if you want to submit your track, if you would like to get your music reviewed, we are now into the final segment of Mack's Mind podcast. So, if you have music you would like to be reviewed, if you'd like it to be out there so all the audience and everybody out there can hear, then please send in an MP3 format to macksmusicreview@gmail.com. That's MACKKS musicreview.com. Send a clean track in with a radio edit. We do not want any cussing on the music because at the end of the day, we have a broad or a vast audience of all ages, especially with my movement, with how I keep it clean for all ages, from my son all the way up to my grandparents. So I'd like to keep it clean, keep it real, keep it poetic, give me your best song. I don't want to hear nothing about drugs. I don't want to hear nothing about guns. I don't want to hear nothing cussing. I don't want to hear nothing about women or any of that stuff. I want to hear your music that means something to you. Your best, your most, whether it's a serious track, whether it's just a really good, just send me your best music. We're gonna get this kicked off right now. So I know Pluto sent us a really good one last week. We're gonna get going with this. So Pluto sent us one. What are you whining for, Mr. Barkley? What you whining for? What you whining for? Do you know your brother's here? Did you know Jackson's here? Hey Jackson, can you come get Barkley? Oh, that's a boy. Oh, that's a boy. Oh, that's a boy. That's my boy. Yeah, Mr. Barkley's trying to join us for the music review right now. Here, give me 1 second, y'all. Actually, let's kick this off. Pluto. This one is, what is this called? There we go. Oh boy, go ahead.
I cherish every moment with you.
Shout out Pluto.
We're gonna kill him.
Love that. Hey, let's give it an applause. Good job.
Oh, yeah.
Good job. I like that. I really like that. Okay, here we go. Good job. I like that.
Definitely bringing it back. I feel like there was a 90s vibe out of that.
That's what I was actually just about to say. I feel like there was a 90s vibe that was brought into that one. So shout out Pluto. Great job. Is there another sound I can get in here real quick? Let me see if I can find another sound in here that's going to be like a, let's see. No, okay. So the rest of these they're not as cool. So let's go ahead and let's get it another applaud real quick.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job. Okay, I really love that because you know what it does is it bring that song, it reminds me like it takes you back to like the like you were saying, like the 90s, right? It was the 90s. The 90s were probably one of the best times to be alive for when it came to rock, punk rock, that kind of music. So I really really enjoyed
Yeah,
that. So
definitely for that rocker style.
yeah, so I think that Pluto really did a really good job. I know that she's finding her way with the rock. She's starting a band. I think she says she's starting a band. I really have to say that I enjoy
Shout out. I
hearing
hope
something
that goes
different.
and I hope it takes
Yeah,
off.
absolutely. I really enjoy hearing something different. I think that was really good. So I'll give that an 8 out of 10. And the reason I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10, and just to be completely honest, is because I feel like there was just a lot of cuts in it that kind of took away from the melody of the beat as he was rocking. Nothing too crazy, because other than that, like the message was good. I could hear it. Let's get some masters on that, like we talked about before. The mastering is really going to help bring that sound, that volume up. So get with a good engineer, mixed by Blitz in Colorado Springs. I know a lot of good engineers in Colorado. No matter where you're at, I can find you an engineer that's going to help bring you that sound that you deserve, because everybody has music that deserves to be heard. Expression is expression, no matter what. So like I said, I give that an 8 out of 10 only for the reason being that I feel like that the cuts in there, I'm not sure. At first I thought it was my headphones. I thought, but there was just
I was wondering whether or not my sound was going in and out too.
Yeah, I was wondering. But at the end of the day, it doesn't make it a bad song at all. I think that especially when it comes to rock songs. Just my personal opinion, when it comes to like rock songs, punk rock songs, stuff like that, let the instrumentals play through. Let the silence come at that punch moment. Let it punch at the right moment. But for that, like I said, that was really good. So congratulations to yet another amazing song, Pluto. The last one was really good. This was really good as well. So we're gonna give it one more round of applause, real quick. Let me turn the volume down. The applause. Let's start. Yeah. Good job. Excellent job. Good job. All right. So the next one we have my boy Mackk. He came in clutch with the one last week. Mackk. He's also going to be just so y'all know too. Mackk, Kevin, Mike Check. He's going to be our DJ out in Colorado Springs. He is a DJ in Colorado Springs. He's an artist, DJ, entrepreneur, all aspects. So congratulations to all your successes, my brother. Like super proud of you.
I'm curious to hear what he's got this week.
Yeah, so this one, what is it called? Decisions? I think it's called Decisions. It only shows me like barely a part of what it kind of says. So we're gonna go ahead and run this one. We have a few we're gonna go over, and I'm gonna show you all some unreleased stuff as well. But we're gonna get to that at the end. I'm not gonna interrupt the music review with my music. We're gonna run it right in. Mackk, Decisions. Let's go. See if anything else is in the queue too.
I've been focused on my choices lately. Outside voices drive me crazy. Passion blind my vision. Conversations looking hazy. Life goes on, man, what a trip. See which side the coin will flip. Pull up for one mouth this bitch. Gotta speak up on some other shit. Say my bad won't change a thing. Reason why my phone won't ring. I fall cause I wanna be. For myself, fuck what they think. This path been plenty tough, but I chose to stick by to the last days. Product of what my past made. Ain't no right to act like an ass man. Let me go and get this cash. Out my feelings, no basking. Too bad, too late. Forgiveness ain't about asking. Been real about my apologies, but I know that's not what they want from me. Time to learn some lessons. Can't allow myself to suffer, G. Honestly, been over it. Acting up, I'm trying to quit. Hit the shit, drive the whip. Hit the gas, I'm trying to hit. Don't know why I'm acting up, but therapy is in my blunt. Hit the shit, drive the whip. Hit the gas, I'm trying to hit. Sit back, roll up, take a puff, go nuts. Decisions got me going crazy. Decisions got me going crazy. Sit back, roll up, take a puff, go nuts. Decisions got me going crazy. Decisions got me going crazy. One hand or the other, pick one or don't bother. Wanna have both, that's a problem. Questions I ain't solving. Now this pile is gaining altitude. Who down to hear my point of view? Assume the worst, amuse the most. That zone is just too comfortable. Can't blame the moon or the stars above. Am I being good or just being dumb? Have my cake or two and share some. Got more to give, that what I want. Ain't giving up, I just had enough. Gotta take control to make that move. Ain't down with what it was. I mean, honestly, been over it. Acting up, I gotta quit. Hit the shit, drive the whip. Hit the gas, I'm trying to hit. Don't know why I'm acting up, but therapy ain't in my cup. Hit the shit, drive the whip. Hit the gas, I'm trying to hit. Sit back, roll up, take a puff, go nuts. Decisions got me going crazy. Decisions got me going crazy. Sit back, roll up, take a puff, go nuts. Decisions got me going crazy. Decisions got me going crazy.
I love that. Hold on though. So from everything I've heard from K-Mac over the years that I've known him, I really enjoyed this one for the reason being that it kind of just like it's just like this like the last one. The last one he sent us last week too was a little slower. Like it gave you more of like just like a vibe. Like as you're listening, you feel like you could just vibe out to it, right? So I definitely give you a 10 out
Yeah,
of 10 on
definitely.
that one. Yeah.
I definitely follow what the lyrics are saying because this definitely makes me just want to chill. I was ready to spark up my own piece and all that.
Hey, yeah, yeah. So huge shout out to K Mag. I wish I had like the beep 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 beep. But you know what?
Yeah, yeah.
We got the playing around with the sound effects, man. Playing around with the sound effects. I do need a soundboard though. I think the soundboard would be really fun to play with. Um, All right, so that was really good. So we have La Dangerous coming on next. Let's see what we got here. Like I said, y'all, if you want to submit your music, make sure you submit something that's clean. Make sure you submit something, if not, at least radio edited. Give me your best song. We love to give exposure. We love to give everybody their flowers. I'd love to give everybody a chance. So please, if you have music you want to submit, it's MACKKS musicreview@gmail.com. We're going to run it right here, right now, live for the world to see and hear. We'll give you a shout out. We'll let everyone know where to find you. Comment in the comments exactly what your handle is, where to find you. Because, that's what we're here. We're in a network of artists. Everybody, the best thing we can do as artists, we can come together. There's no gatekeeping here. We're all in this together. So let's run this by a little dangerous. Let's see, what is this one called?
Give exposure and shine.
Exposure is everything, man. Exposure is everything. This one's called Fourth. Blood Dangerous, Fourth.
Fourth.
Little dangerous. You already know what the fuck going on. Ha! Tell her, ayy. And I've been riding around my city, I've been hella making moves. I done told my grandma be patient, cause we gon' make it soon. All day we paper
chasing, hard.
Smoking with them goons. So you better watch your mouth, or we smoking on you and you. On you and you. On you and you. On you and you. Ay, ay. Money is the motive. Money's on my mind. Time is of the essence, so you ain't gon' waste mine. Never had nothing, so all I know is grind. Never had nothing, so all I know is grind. I've been riding around the city, I've been hella making moves. I done told my grandma be patient, cause we gon' make it soon. All day we paper chasing, I be smoking with some goons. So you better watch your mouth, or we smoking on you and you. On you and you. On you and you. On you and you. You. I be riding around my city. I'm the man with the plan. Stacking up that moolah, yeah, I'm getting to them bands. Moving with a purpose, never catch me with a crayon. Said I'm moving with a purpose, never catch me with a crayon. My friends turned to my enemy, they was fucking up my energy. Them niggas really envy me, but I'm a street nigga. I came to eat, nigga. I was real small before, but I got big, nigga. All I ever knew was to get it in, nigga. All I ever knew was just to get it in, nigga. I be riding around my city.
Sweet, thank you, Lil Dangerous. Appreciate that. Hey, let's just say it again real quick, y'all. The beat was really dope. Let's make sure we keep it clean, y'all. Like I said, when I put out my messages earlier, it's been on social media, it's been on Facebook, it's been on the messages as well. I just need y'all to send me something that's a little bit clean. We got ears of all ages listening, and part of the movement. I'm here to stay with respect to the movement. I just ask y'all that y'all keep it clean the best you can. You know what I mean? And if you if you have an engineer, your engineer should send you not just your masters. but also send you the radio edits as well if it's something that has explicit lyrics in it as well. I'm not sitting here being prude. It's just respect for the movement. It's all love, nothing but that. You know, La Dangerous, I appreciate you sending that in. The beat's definitely dope. If I were to give you any advice on that, I'm going to go ahead and say that I don't know who your engineer is, but I would definitely have your engineer try to work your vocals out, make your vocals a little bit larger, open you up a little bit more with the vocals. Maybe throw a little bit of.
I feel like with the tempo of the beat, I felt like he definitely could have had more time to say more. You know how he flowed if he just picked it up. You know, I'm pretty sure he he could say more and he definitely get his point across a little bit more.
Yeah, she. Thank you, La Dangerous. I appreciate you. Yeah, sis. Yeah, she's a sis from Colorado. I appreciate you, La Dangerous. Next time you send something in, just send me something a little bit more cleaner out of respect for the movement. It's in the descriptions. But other than that, like I said, like I feel like this. I feel like I could see the confidence in the music for sure. I could see that that you're definitely having fun with it. You're expressing yourself, and I'm not one to tell you how to make your music. So don't ever think that I'm ever trying to do that. But with respect for the feet,
No, you still gotta be
everything like that. Just express yourself, do your thing. I'm not ever going to tell an artist how to be, but when it comes to that, I would say, if I were to give a little bit of critique in the delivery, I would say put a little bit more oomph and emphasis, and maybe have your engineer, if you're already doing that, have your engineer put some extras on you, put some ad libs in there, some dubs, really blow it up, make it big. If you need an engineer that has that mastering techniques, you need to hit up my boy Mixed by Blitz. He's out there at Mount Olympus Recording Studio in Colorado Springs. Hit him up. He will definitely get you taken care of. So let's move on to the next. Appreciate that, La Dangerous, for real. That was good. Let's just keep it clean, y'all, okay? Whitefield Yeti, I got yours in last second. I think yours might be the last one I have for reviews. Like I said, y'all, if you want your music reviewed, send them in. Right now's the time. Mack's Music Review, MACKKS Music Review at gmail.com.
Let's get you guys. Don't need to wait till the last minute. Send as many in. If you got 3 or 4, send them in.
Yeah, let's get you heard. Actually, hold on. Let me see if I can get, because I know that my boy Richard dropped an album, and I wanna see if I can. Give me a quick second, y'all. Let me actually. You know what? I'm gonna run Whitefield Yeti song real quick, and then while we're doing that, I'm gonna get my boy Richard in here. I'm gonna throw some of his music out there as well. Really, I really love what he's doing with his album. His album is completely amazing. You guys need to check it out. You and Me. It wasn't Me to Me, I believe it was.
What you played last week. That
was the song. That was the title song. Yeah, that was really good. That was his title song. So let me see, where is it at? All right. Well, I don't think I see the name of it in here. Anyway, Whitefield Yeti, you're in here. Let's run it.
Metronome, kaleidoscope, get home. Set a line, the synonyms for poison in your poem. Don't let the venom in, it'll settle in your home. You're alone it on your own. The pendulum is swinging, but it's rarely ever shown. These get intricate when you're fighting through the thick of it. All detail can derail a benefit. I'm larger than life scale, I'm destined to prevail. I'm diligent, but I never see it all. I'm militant, I don't wanna fight it all. My soul's gold, make them fall before I fall. I'm bolder than the sunrise, I'm about to bid it all. Chips in the middle, never settle down. I am the ruckus among us, so put the pedal down. We exchange and change and hoping things are gonna change. It's a sick game for game, look you slip vein for vein. They jump name to names, but lame in a slow lane. Get flushed down the drain like a sack of cocaine. It just shut down in the radar, let them take down your name. Your secrets get solidified in shame.
Man, let's go. Go off.
Everywhere but nowhere is the place to place your blame. Recently it came to me, see fabricated falsities, they fluctuate your frequency. Urgently uncertainty angles my anxiety, it strangles my sobriety. I'm trying to find priority, avoiding purgatory with the misled majority. Praising the crematory, sadness behind the scenes. Sweet dreams to the nightmare that's calling me. Let them feed pipe dream schemes to my enemies. An enemy of me, you better be a better pedigree. Burning so long that the blunt is in the 3rd degree. Building up like masonry, only time is chasing me. Focus on the metronome, kaleidoscope, get home. Set a line, the synonyms for poison in your poem. Don't let the venom in, it'll settle in your home. You're alone it on your own. The pendulum is swinging, but it's rarely ever shown.
Man, let's go.
Hey, I'm just gonna throw this out there. Yeah.
Come on.
Out there had a 3-year-old coming over here bobbing and jamming, bro.
Man, like I said, the reason I really, I mean, I've known Whitefield Yeti since I've started this music journey, and we may or may not do something together here soon. I'd really love to get on a track with him for sure. I'd like to explore the boom bap beats with him on some stuff, especially. But big shout out to Whitefield Yeti, bro. You're always coming through in the clutch. Hey, speaking of which, Whitefield Yeti, I need you to reach out to me outside of this. Me and Casual Pharaoh have an upcoming album release party we are doing at the Loft, same place I saw you last time. I'd really love for you to come out and be an opener. Get with me. I would love to have you on that show. I think that you would really do. I think you'd really do great. So big shout out. You know what? Hold on. Let's just. Man, I just have to say, that's it. I truly.
That was, man, another hit.
That was amazing. Yeah. Get with me, Widefield. First of all, we need to get on a track or 2
What's
or 10.
What's the name of that?
So
what was the name of that track?
That one, I'm trying to, let me see, let me rename. It's Kaleidoscope, K-A-L-E-I-D-O scope. Kaleidoscope. So the thing I really love about Whitefield Yeti, y'all, is Whitefield Yeti really brings back like that old boom bap 90s, early 2000s. I don't even know how I go to that, but the Whitefield Yeti absolutely killed that, man. Like I cannot, like, that's something I'm gonna listen to while I'm in the gym working out. So hopefully you don't mind. I'm gonna keep that one.
that's definitely like that barbecue outdoor setting type of just jam. Everybody would just bob to it. Everybody come together.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
a
hit right there.
Yeah, good job, dude. For real. I even have Miss Mackk in there. Miss Mack's in here giving you love as well, bro. Yeah,
that's such a unique name for it. Kaleidoscope.
And you know what? Because it's just, there's so many visions in that one look. So I love that. I love what you did there, bro. Really, that was amazing. And like, just like last time, man, like, this is exactly why I hope every week you submit me something new, because I would really love to hear all of this. I mean, I do stream you already on Apple Music. I already got you locked in on that. Let's get to work, bro. Let's get to work. I think you and I could do some stuff together. So with that boom bap, I'm trying to see if I can't get Radio Ray Richard in here to talk about his album with us. But anyway, real quick, being that we were just going over that boom bap, like that old school, I wouldn't necessarily say that what I'm about to show y'all is that boom bap, but it has like sort of that. It has a boom bap vibe to it, all right? This is off my upcoming EP. Now that we've gotten through all the songs, I just want to run y'all a quick track. I did not play this on the last stream. This one is Class Clown featuring Theragene. This is going to be releasing on October 3rd, 2025 on all platforms, my Carnival Ride EP. This one you do not want to miss. David can attest to that. Miss Mack can attest to that.
Yeah,
really. So, hey, Widefield, stick around, bro. I'm about to bless y'all real quick. Let me bless y'all with Class Clown. Yeah. Let it bump.
It's time to move now. What you waiting for? I see the door. Too many times within these lines, I ended on the floor. Been overdosing on the hope. I gotta keep it moving, never losing. Only learning from that news I'm overturning. I see the patterns as they laying out before my eyes. I see them patterns as they showing me what's wrong from right. I keep it moving every moment, never satisfied, never holding back, never going back. All the odds they stacking against me, but I'm overlooking. Standing tall above it all is where I make my movement. We here to stay, we here to make it stand forever. Proven boys, clever now and never. Better weather, better cheddar. Get it going, get the goal. No one saw me coming, dummy. Yes, and now I'm standing full. Got a lot of overlookers looking over how I roll. Overbooked is in the future, yeah, I'm never gonna fall, nah.
One of my favorite parts coming up.
Y'all ain't ready for this project, I'll tell you that.
My mind is racing like a Daytona, so I'm moving fast. I'm never slowing down, I keep my footprints on the gas. They call me
me Gandalf fighting Balrog with my pen and pad, and now I can say with my chest.
Shut up! Coming with a vengeance, you can see it in my eyes. I got a passion for this music, never telling lies. I keep it real, my words is flowing like the ocean. My devotion in the notebook writing potion is an ocean, so I'll never hold it back. No, I'm never gonna back down. No, I'm back and now I'm back now. I'm here to break the chains that I've been held down. Been clever with the raps, gonna forever be the class clown.
I almost punched the bar doing that.
What?
I almost punched the bar.
What's y'all's thoughts on that, man? Give me some feedback. Y'all's turn.
Throw some love on that. Throw some love. Class count.
If y'all been watching my journey and you've been seeing where I've been coming from ever since I did Save Me Someday back in 2021 up to where I am today, I'm curious. Give me some of y'all's feedback now, because you know I've really put everything into this movement. I put everything into my music. I do what I can to elevate my craft and put myself on a new level. I would absolutely love to hear what you guys think about it, man. Like, I see Whitefield sitting in there saying build-ups are nice, lifts the energy of a room. Yeah, it just keeps building up, man. Now, my favorite thing I said, honestly, was they call me Gandalf fighting Balrog with my pen and pads, and now I can say with my chest, you shall not pass. Like, that whole thing, man. Like, look, you're talking to a kid who from back in the early 2000s when Lord of the Rings came out, I was hooked after seeing that first movie, man.
You brought back a lot of
it's nostalgic. Right?
Everybody who hears that, they're all gonna have the same jam out to it, because their little kid is gonna come out and they're just gonna be, if they know who he is, they're gonna all do the same.
They call me Gandalf fighting Balrog with my pen and pads, and now I can say with my chest, beat drops. Everybody in the crowd, you shall not pass. Like, bro, just the whole, Whitefield said it best. You could get a crowd jumping, bro. Like, I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm just saying, this is, So give me some more feedback, y'all. What y'all think about that one? That's Class Clown featuring Theragene on my upcoming EP, The Carnival Ride. The Carnival Ride. I'll probably give y'all one more after that of that track. I wanted to get Richard in here, but I don't know if Richard's going to jump in or not. We'll review something anyway for him. It's called I Wanted. We're going to run this real quick, and then I got to give you guys another sneak peek off of me and Casual Pharaoh's album. And if you have a song, submit it to macksmusicreview@gmail.com. Clean, radio edited, the best you have. I want to review it. I want to hear it. I want my fans to hear it. I want everybody to get in tune with your music. So please submit it to Mackk, M-A-C-K-K-S. Don't forget to spell it right. M-A-C-K-K-S. musicreview@gmail.com, and I got you. Let's run it. Let's get it all going. So anyway, this one is with Radio Ray, my boy Richard. We're gonna run this one. This is called I Wanted, off of his new album that just dropped last Friday. I believe it was last Friday. I know it just dropped. We're gonna run this one real quick. This is called I Wanted. Let's go. I love the beat already.
Oh yeah, man, it's starting off nice.
Come on.
Oh, okay.
I wanted love, I wanted trust. Sadly, we know that shit can't be us. Fuck. Damn, where is the love? Fighting for love, but we both wouldn't budge. I can't get enough. I said I would leave, but we know that's a bluff. My heart on my sleeve, gotta roll that shit up. I thought we could be, but we both giving up. I thought we could be, but we. I wanted love, I wanted trust. Sadly, we know that shit can't be us. Yeah, fuck. Where is the love? Fighting for love, but we both wouldn't budge. I can't get enough. I said I would leave, but we know that's a bluff. My heart on my sleeve, gotta roll that shit up. I thought we could be, but we both giving up. I thought we could be, but I gave you my all and a piece of my soul. I gave you my heart and said don't let it go. I wanted to love you, you wanted control. But now that you're gone, I still hold on to hope. But I know that it's hopeless. I try to stay focused and live in the moment, but moments keep going and I can keep going. Just knowing the moment we had is no longer growing. Girl, I'm hurt, I don't show it. I know that this all has a reason. I'm blind to it, I couldn't see it. I I love you, girl, that is no secret. If I gave you my heart, would you promise to keep it? I wanted to love you, I'm done with the fables. I tried changing channels, but stuck on this cable. I know that it all could work out if it's able, but lately, girl, all you showing me is anger. See, I don't know what to do, feeling like I'm stuck in a cubicle every day. Girl, I tell you, you're beautiful, you ain't nothing like my usual. So I'm done with that, see, no cap, do whatever just to get you back. I hate that, I hate when I make you mad. Shit, I only wanna make you laugh, I wanna make you mine. Popping bubbles when we take a bath, but I know that's gonna take some time, because I wanted love, I wanted trust. Sadly, we know that shit can't be us. Fuck. Damn, where is the love? Fighting for love, but we both wouldn't budge. I can't get enough. I said I would leave, but we know that's a bluff. My heart on my sleeve, gotta roll that shit up. I thought we could be, but we both giving up. I thought we could be, but I wanted love, I wanted trust. Sadly, we know that shit can't be us. Yeah, fuck. Where is the love? Fighting for love, but we both wouldn't budge. I can't get enough. I said I would leave, but we know that's a bluff. My heart on my sleeve, gotta roll that shit up. I thought we could be, but we both giving up. I thought we could be, but so go ahead and hate me, you driving me crazy. You act like a baby, but you want a baby. You used to amaze me when we started dating, but lately frustrated is all that's replaying. I thought we could have this shit, I thought we could manage it, but all that shit vanishing, bruises and damages. When the cut is that deep, you can't heal it with a few little bandages. Price that I'm learning, feet to the fire is burning. When you're gone, my world will keep turning. It's like you're my drug, it's like I'm addicted to love. All I need is one hit and I'm good, but we push and we shove. It's like getting whooped cause you're love, you're my family, ain't gotta be blood, but how deep is the cut? I can't take you back on it, because when we know that this shit isn't love. Girl, let's be honest, this isn't love, this is toxic. When I think of you, I get nauseous, like I wanna vomit. When you're not around, I feel awesome, but I still proceed life with caution. She said, no, you're toxic, if you wanna go, then be often, but don't you be texting and calling, and don't be appalled when you see me with him and we ballin'. You say you want drive, but you stalling, but I wanted love, I wanted trust. Sadly, we know that shit can't be us. Fuck. Where is the love? Fighting for love, but we both wouldn't budge. I can't get enough. I said I would leave, but we know that's a bluff. My heart on my sleeve, gotta roll that shit up. I thought we could be, but we both giving up. I thought we could be, but I wanted love, I wanted trust. Sadly, we know that shit can't be us. Yeah, fuck. Where is the love? Fighting for love, but we both wouldn't budge. I can't get enough. I said I would leave, but we know that's a bluff. My heart on my sleeve, gotta roll that shit up. I thought we could be, but we both giving up. I thought we could be, but if you want love, then stop acting so clueless. If you want us, to stop acting so stupid. I gave you my trust and you fucking abused it. You said that you love me, you fucking just used me. Now I'm feeling stupid, that's not what I wanted. I wanted your hug and a kiss in the morning. I wanted a teammate, didn't want an opponent. But now there's no us and we give up in moments. We know that we want it, but we can't hold on to the lies. Our eyes are dry, no more tears we can cry. We hold on to dreams that we should push aside. A fantasy life that will never be life. I'll never be husband, you'll never be wife. And if we do find it, it'll never be right. But when I wanted love, you wanted to fight. Now you want some love, I'm like, get out my life.
Hey yo, hey yo.
I just know my boy Richard. You know, I know he's gone through a lot, and I just love what you've done with this album, bro. I don't know if you're watching live or not, but I just wanted to say that I just know that that you're going through a lot. And first of all, and I'll say it again. I said it last week. Thank you for your service. You're a Marine veteran, just like me and David, Army veterans. And I just want to say thank you for your service and thank you for everything you do. He's a firefighter now too. And you just dropped an amazing album, bro. I'm not going to get mad at you for that one, just because I know that we didn't. I think you said that in last week, so I put this one in now. But so I'm not going to get upset about the cussing in that one. But I mean, that's just real. That's what you're going through. That's what you're going through right now. And that's what art is.
I love all the components of the song. I love he's got the rhythm and how he can shift from he went from fast tempo to even faster tempo, then back switch it, and then he's just going through it, and then he shows the pain.
You can hear it. You can hear it. I was going to say the same thing. You can hear it. Big ups to everything you're doing, Richard, and I wish a better day for tomorrow than today. Regardless of what today held in store for you, just know you matter, and we're here to stay. And big ups to you, because that was fire. That was good. That was really good, dude. That was really good, Richard. That was really good, Richard. That was really good. Yeah. I love that. I found that button.
Is it kind of like a funny? His job is to put out fires, but now he's creating fires. So it's like, are you really doing your job?
He's creating fire, but also being a firefighter. I think he did it for that reason. I see Austin. Hold on, is Austin Toker in here? Hold on, Austin Toker. Hey, bro, hold on. So now I'm glad you're in here. I saw Austin Toker just through. I have my Facebook pulled up on here because I can't see the live chat on the StreamYard. but I can see here. But bro, hold on. So there's a track I'm gonna show you guys real quick. Richard, amazing. Good, love that.
Amazing.
I'm glad that you're able to take that pain that you've been holding on to for years and putting that out there. Super proud of you. Expression is everything, Richard. Super proud of you, bro. Keep doing your thing. Y'all go stream my boy Radio Ray on all platforms. That's RADORAYY with his album that just dropped called Me and Me. Me to Me. Me to Me. Me to Me is what it's called. So amazing. Let's one more applause for that. So, all right. I see I got Austin Toker in here, man. So just so y'all know, I'm just going to give y'all a snippet preview of something that we're working on. But then this is the only time I'm ever going to show you guys this until the song drops, just so you know. So let's go ahead and run this. It's called Let It Out. I'm just going to give you guys a quick taste. We don't have Austin's verse on it just yet, but I do know he's going to kill it. Absolutely kill it. He submitted last week. Austin, if you have something you want to submit today, something clean, drop it in my email, same as before. Let's get it reviewed. Let's get the world to hear your music. But actually, you know what? Let me back away from that. Y'all aren't going to hear that yet. Y'all are not going to hear that yet. We're going to wait till that's a full song. Anyway, so sorry to get y'all hyped up over that. That was that one. Let it out. Let it out. Anyway, so I'm going to play you guys a little track. So me and Casual Pharaoh, as y'all know, me and him, we work together a lot. Like we've been working on a collaboration album called The Last Poets Society, and there's a song that we did on this album that I wanted to share with you guys tonight. It's called "This Is Over," and it sounds like it's a give up song, but it's not a give up song because the idea of it, if you hear it in the hook, this is addressing because me and David and Josh and many other people I know were homeless before and got off the streets to be where we are today. This one's called "This Is Over" by me and Casual Pharaoh off of our upcoming album, The Last Poets Society. And this one's really, really good, man. The hook, if you listen on the words, because that's the thing, we call ourselves the Last Poets because I feel like we are. We really put poetry into our music. Everything we do, and we take pride in that. That we're not here to talk about mumbo jumbo. We're here to talk about what's really going on. So let's run that one real quick. Shout out Blitz for the beat. Shout out Josh for the verse and the hook.
I've endured, my friends, all the accusations against my sanity, and worse will be thrown into their sanctimonious faces.
You don't know how deep it goes. It gets cold and heartless. Seeing bones rip through clothes on the streets in darkness. Hunger cold, it's been known. Fans home your hardship. Now we explode. This is over. This is our time to harness. You don't know how deep it goes. It gets cold and heartless. Seeing bones rip through clothes on the streets in darkness. Hunger cold, it's been known. Fans home your hardship. Now we explode. This is over. This is our time to harness.
Left out, so I had to make my own name. Right now, I don't care about the blue face. Ask Cal, I'll show you who I move. Right now, on the boss of my own lane. Clowns on the graduated, no way. But I dropped out, had to make a new way. What now? Gotta go and dig a new grave. What now? Gotta go and make a new way. Rhyming better than I ever did. Freestyle. Off the top of my age, no senile. Popping up a no cap, gotta rebound. Gotta move and never proving no retrial. Forthcoming in front and I'm bringing no cap. Overcoming all the hate, got a new path. Wanna show up, everybody wanna test that. Wanna blow up, everybody said a new map.
Made for this, no, I never looking back. I'm pain in this, you know I put it in the rap.
I let it bleed in the rap, yeah, I made for this. No, I ain't never looking back, yeah, I made for this. No, I ain't never looking back, all the pain in this. You know I put it in the tracks to the vein I slit. I let it bleed in the rap, yeah, I made for this. No, I ain't never going back, nah.
You don't know how deep it goes.
It gets cold and heartless.
Seeing bones rip through clothes
on the streets in darkness.
Hunger cold, it's been known. Fans
Going home to hardship.
we explode. This is over. This is our time to harness. You don't know how deep it goes. It gets
Cold and heartless.
Seeing bones rip through clothes on the streets in darkness. Hunger cold, it's been known.
Probably my favorite Casual Pharaoh verse coming up. Come on. Let's go.
This is over, lose composure.
I've been delusioned to pain quick.
Home to owning those.
Breaking apart what I make of art, forsaken dark places that I'm taking and making vacant and stranger marks. I pull apart the weekend, harness power from awakened couches lifting me to places from sending me to space with comments. Enemies erasing honest, I'm remaining based in logic. I came from a hellscape and fought my way to wealth and honor. I've been on a warpath, bloodbath in a beat lab with a pen and pad and a mean jab. When I'm in it max on a clean track, doesn't mean that the things that seem to mean demeaning really means to bring a brighter feeling. I mean if the means in needing, if it bears repeating, every track I'm eating. Set the plate, I came to dine this evening. Coming to kill the fucks
critics that's been doubting us. I might have just acquired Midas touch, I might have just ignited greater fire deep inside and riled up a riot of our rivals. But I love the competition, I will let the bodies pile up. A fortress made of corpses whose common goals that they might have won. Mackk and Catch a Pharaoh, this is over, you can't silence us.
When I told you that this album like is our best work that we've ever done, like we've done a lot of features with each other, and this album, The Last Poets Society, like when I tell you that it is all full send, like full send, like this whole way. Casual Pharaoh has helped teach me a lot about myself as an artist as well. I've looked up to him since I met him. We became, friends working with music together, and over time we've developed a brotherhood that is, especially through the music and through all, like he really has helped develop my sound. Like if there's some people out there who really helped develop me to where I am today. Miss Mackk being one of them, Josh being one of them, Blitz being one of them, David, you're one of them. And like, I'll just be honest, like the rest of you guys out there as well, like all you guys out there as well, who support me and believe in me and, and love what I'm doing here. Like, just know that we're just getting started, man. We are literally just getting started. I know I'm 116 songs into this movement, but, this is just the beginning. And I'm excited to keep sharing with you guys parts of my journey and parts of my story that can help give you the option in your mind to accept that life can be better if you want it to be, and to not be afraid not be afraid of your past, and to be able to be courageous enough to move past your past and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So super, super dope track. I'm very, 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 very happy with the way this album came out, as well as the EP I'm getting ready to drop here soon. Before we go into the word, go ahead, David. Did you have something to say?
Man.
Huh?
You just got a lot of projects going on, man. I'm excited.
I really wish I could have brought this song. It's just a wave, though, and it's just too much space. I wanted to bring on this song that me and Theragene did, but it's a wave and not an MP3, so there's way too much room, and I couldn't load it into this podcast thing, so unfortunately. But real quick before we go into the word and close it out for the night, because me and David got some GTA we got to go handle. So if y'all on GTA, if y'all play GTA on PS4 or PS5, I think you can cross compatibility play.
I don't think they're not updated it like that. It takes away a lot.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if you're able to do that or not yet. But so anyway, real quick before we go, I'm gonna give you guys. It's not necessarily an oldie, I guess. It's not an oldie. It is, but it's not at the same time. It is, but it's not. I wonder if it's going to play the whole thing is my question. I think it played less. So if y'all remember in Back from the Attic that I dropped last year, it's called Listen. I just want to run that one real quick before we get to the word of the day, because I heard it again earlier today, and I was just like, wow, what an underrated song that is not getting the love that it deserves. So why not bring it to the podcast tonight and play it? This was one of my favorite songs off of the last album that I dropped in November of last year, due to the simple fact that it's just like, if you go back to when I first started to where I am now, especially up to this song, like just the growth, and it's just like I'm giving myself the flowers, because you have to give yourself the flowers of the growth. So Listen, right? You heard Listen, David, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. All right. Are we gonna run that, and then we're gonna get into the word of the day? Let's read it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute myself because I'm gonna rap.
Mackk. You know we here to sing.
Look, only a matter of time, my footsteps pressing on the gas. Ain't no breaking, always taking leaps and bounds and moving fast. Got no time to waste these grazing statements from the places. Thoughts of racing, boxing, cage, and lost in space across to save me. One of a kind, so I'm never fitting in. I had to climb back up the ladder every time my back slid. Get it right and keep on going, don't you ever quit. Just keep in mind while on this ride, this is the only ride you get. Listen, so buckle up, we always driving in the fast lane. Spend a lot of long nights writing out these raps, man. GPS the destination, PHX, I'm making statements, keep them checks, I'll keep my name authentic here to stays. Making moves, we bringing waves. Set the stage, I set the stage. Wish upon a wish, and well, the Mackk speaks with a louder weight. Had a dream, an epiphany, see what I'm making this history. From living life in misery to bringing life to victory. Listen. Listen up, everybody gather round. Seems to be I finally reach another level in my sound. Systematic evolution with no mass, I'm free to choose it. Last a lap, but I keep on moving. This is rap, so don't confuse it. So confusing with the music being put up for amusement, not amusement. About to move in the position with solutions. I got my vision locked and loaded every day. I put in motion so much content in my sound waves. When I move the ocean.
Let's go back to the attic, back to the attic, back to the attic. Let's go back to the attic.
Listen, had to sit down and go ask myself a couple questions. Started off the conversation with addressing my progressions from depressive, so aggressive. Never settling for lessons. All my lessons had to learn and my confessions overturning. Taking what was broken, making sense of why I'm chosen. Breaking sense, I'm never folding. Got my soulmate close, I'm holding. Taking my life, I get older. Walking long nights, getting colder. Raising stakes, I'm talking Kroger. Here to stay.
We're here to stay. It's taking over. All right. I really love that one. That was such a good song. That's absolutely one of my absolute favorites. Did Richard just jump in? Hold on, bro. Okay, we have to play. Bro, just so you know, Richard,
You killed it, man.
we just listened to I Wanted, by the way, Richard. We just reviewed your song I Wanted, and I just have to say, bro, that's a man, I wish in this moment after hearing that song, bro, no, you're good, bro. You're good, bro. Hey, the kids always come first. I wish that
Definitely.
I wish I could. I've just given you a hug after that, bro. Because I've known you for a while, and I know that you've had a lot pent up, and I'm happy to see you expressing what you got going on through your music. And I Wanted was 150,000% times a million. Like it was such a it was you. It was you at your fullest, like really just telling it how it was. And I loved how you hit different notes with your hook. Like you started off with your lower hook and then you jumped right into your, you really just, I could hear it in your voice, bro. I could absolutely hear it in your voice, bro. So that was really amazing. I have to give you your flowers.
Delivered on all parts of that. Definitely delivered.
Every single
I love that you can grasp someone's pain.
Yeah.
And my brother states, like, after hearing that, it's like, man, like, bro, it's okay, like, like, I want to give you a hug, bro, but it was like, damn, if you had to serve a silver platter, you served that full.
Yeah, that
was definitely
3 years in the making. Yeah, absolutely. No, it was phenomenal, Richard. Like, and I'm just saying, bro, like that was that was amazing. Really good work, brother. Don't quit what you're doing, man. The world needs us out there, because when you take a step back and you realize that that your music can change people's lives, and that you never know who out there could be affected by what you're putting out there. Like, that's what makes us so special and unique as artists and as people. As our expression is not just for us, but it's for others as well. So I just wanted to give you your flowers, Richard. That was a really, really phenomenal song. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. Just trying to think real quick. Oh, I already know, bro. And that's what I was thinking. Like, whenever I heard the song, like, all I could think was just a few years back, whenever you were going through what you were going through. And, I just was like, man, so I know where that song came from. But I'm happy to see you take that step to pushing it out and letting the world hear it. That way you could also, in your own way, push yourself, past that threshold. So, I loved it, bro. I absolutely loved it. Let's see. I don't know, dude. You told me I was a tease, David, for not showing everybody just a snippet of what Let It Out sounds like. So okay, fine.
You talking about projects, and then and it's like, it's always good to hear some good projects.
I will say this too, though, Richard. You missed.
Especially when they've always been bangers and the hits like you guys make. So it's like, all right, now it's like, all right, we gotta wait, but it was something that was good enough for you to want to share. So now it's intriguing the mind.
Right. It's something you've already heard. You helped me write the hook, is what you did. So you helped me write the hook on that, because when I was showing it to you, you were telling me it says that one. But Richard, whenever you get a chance, backtrack about 45 minutes into this episode. We went through a new segment on here called "Am I the A-hole?" and we reviewed a bunch of these "Am I the A-hole" Reddit threads, and they were fun. It was a good time. All right, let me give you all real quick Let It Out. Let me give you all a quick Let It Out preview featuring Austin Toker, which we're working on this one through. Just to give you guys a quick mix preview, and then I'm gonna cut it before where he's supposed to jump in. And this is the only time you're gonna hear it until the song releases. So just so y'all know, you're here now. Enjoy. This is just another elevating part of my movement where I'm just like, I'm trying something new. This is something like you've never heard with me before, so enjoy.
Better and bolder, I'm the
here for no dramatics. And acrobatic with words, a cinematic superb. Taking actions the verb, no redacting to make it work. More attacking on the facts, the way I rap, I make it burn.
Rest assured the poet's here to write another poem. So save me someday, take it back to hear that dial tone. DDOA in 21, it really set the stage. In 23, we lost a third, I swear we'll never be the same. No one saw me coming, I've been loving where I'm going. To make it out the dark, to be a part of doing something. The movement's grooving through and through, it's never slowing down. I got my mission through the visions, time to let it out. So pragmatic, my mind don't do the dramatics. Reaching heights inside, I climb to a wine, I spell out grammatics. I'm a monster in the metaphors, parable, place of metaphors. I never settle for less, I address what's meant to be better for. When I get to writing in my head, I hear the sirens. Never lying, keep a trying, face to face a tyrant. Hold your head up, don't you quit, you gotta keep alignment. I found my way, I made a lane by learning how to rhyme it. Oh, time to let it out, 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 time to let it out. Lessons learned, I had to work to keep my purpose given. Over time I walked the line and state of mind I say is gifted. Looking up to God to give it all, I finally found my mission. Paying homage to the fall that brought me back to walk the vision. Never holding back with every rap is something special. Better than a laugh from in the past where I would settle. Like a wolf I lead the pack, you know the movement's moving. When you hear the name, just know the way is paid for my improvement.
All right, there y'all go. There's a little preview of that. That's the only preview y'all gonna get too. It's a mix. It has a lot more to it that we're adding, but that's just a blank sort of raw preview of what we're doing. So,
man, that was good. That was good.
What y'all think, Chad? What do y'all think?
Damn, that was good.
I appreciate that. Hold on. Here we go. Hold on. Look at that. So before we jump off, Casual Pharaoh is back in the chat. He's going to send us something. Hey, let's review what he's going to send us in real quick. He's sending us. It looks like Casual Pharaoh is going to be sending us a little something. Maybe we should push this to a later. Maybe we should start this at like 6 p.m. instead of 5 p.m. my time.
You mean like earlier? We're gonna have to do earlier.
That's what I mean. No,
like later. What do you mean later?
No, later because people seem to jump in when it's later when their day is done. So I don't know. We'll keep it the same. If y'all want to make it onto the podcast, you'll find a way on. If not, this is archived. You'll find it. You'll be able to go review it.
Yeah.
We love all the love that we've been getting. Let me know, by the way, when that's sent, Josh. Pardon me all the way, but I'm excited to hear what he sent. I wonder if I've heard it or not yet. I've heard a lot of his unreleased music, but I don't know if I've heard this one yet or not. Richard, are you still in here? If you are, maybe I can. Let's get rid of that one. Actually, we're gonna keep that one in. That's good. Here, let's do this while we're waiting.
That was I thought that was gonna go to like a Latin bass.
So here's what I thought. Here's what I thought. So if y'all have seen South Park, do you remember when what is it? I'll just say ninja because that's proper. When Randy said ninja on Wheel of Fortune or Jeopardy or something, do y'all remember that at all? Has anybody seen that? When he dropped the N-word? People who annoy you, and then so oh my God, you're missing out. But anyway, he went to go like try to speak about some stupid stuff, and like he went to a poetic club where they like do the whole finger snapping and stuff. Anyway, so that just reminds me, it's like, and then it goes into like poetic talk. He's just like, here I am, there I was, no matter what, it's all because here I am, another guy. Will I always be called another guy? I'm obviously not going to say it because it's not okay. He said, "Am I just another ninja guy?" Like he's a white dude. Like he's so stupid.
Oh God,
bro! Like if y'all have seen South Park, you'll know what I'm talking about. I think that South Park, I gotta give them their flowers.
I've seen a few episodes. My little brother was into that.
Bro,
I would look at him like
27 years of them just offending everybody. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love what South Park does. I love what South Park does because they do not care. Like they literally will just go out of their way all the time to just be offensive to everybody. And I honestly, personally, I think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious because
it's equal. That's the equal employment right there.
You know what it is? They're equal offenders. They're equal opportunity offenders. Like that's what they do. They go out there and they are equal opportunity offenders. And I think it's so freaking funny that they do that. You know what I mean? Like that's what they do, and I love it. Let's see here. Now I'm looking. Casual Pharaoh. I still have nothing from you in the music review, but I'm sure it's sending at some point. Nonetheless, Casual Pharaoh. So anyway, we just I showed everybody our song. This is over, by the way, and like it's funny because whenever I'm listening to it in my headphones or on my speakers, whenever I'm doing my rehearsals for the upcoming show, when I listen to it, it sounds really, really good, and I'm in the zone. But like when I hear it like on the live stream, and it's really, really how do I say it? It hits different. Like it sounds like I'm, especially during a music review, it feels like I'm listening to somebody else's music. So like I actually get more hyped up about it. It's kind of funny.
Oh yeah.
Really though. Oh, here we go. All right, y'all. Y'all want some Casual Pharaoh before we end this off? I just want to give you guys some Casual Pharaoh because real quick before I finish before I jump into this song. I think I've said it before. I'm gonna say it again because I always believe that people deserve their flowers and they deserve their recognition. In 2021, when I was really like just getting into this music stuff, and I was opening up I drove all the way down from Fort Collins to Colorado Springs to go open up for I believe it was Shalon Kong's album release party, and I went down there to perform. And I met Josh at this album release party, and we kicked it off. He really loved what I was doing. We got each other's contact info. We linked up in the studio. We met. We spent time together. And over the course of the last 4 years, we've developed a really keen, amazing friendship to where it's not just homies, but he challenges me every day to be better with my music, and he never holds back when it comes to reviewing what I'm doing. And he gave me some criticism about my last project. Actually, no, it wasn't my last. It was my last project. No, it wasn't. I take that back. It was this year earlier when we were finishing up our last Poet Society album. He told me the one thing that he thinks that he respects the most, and correct me if I'm wrong, Josh, but he says that I love that I can tell you try this or try that, or this didn't come out as well, try it better this way, and that I immediately go and I change it immediately. Like I not change it, but I go and I adjust to the criticism or the critique. And rather than just saying, "Oh no, I think it sounds like," just not being pompous, not being prideful, and just being ready to accept the feedback. And that's one of my favorite artists, if not my favorite artist, is Casual Pharaoh. Honestly, when it comes down to it, because not only do I know him as a person, but I also respect his grind, and I've never met another worker or another artist that works harder than me. He's literally neck and neck with me. We both are probably, if I'm going to be completely transparent, and I don't care, I'm going to say it, me and Casual Pharaoh are the hardest working artists in the industry, and I mean that by every means, because every single day I know that he's writing.
Definitely grind a lot. And it shows with y'all work.
And every time you video chat me, which is every day, David, you video chat me every day after work to make sure I'm good. You see me, whenever you hit me up, where am I at? Like
either at work or at home in the studio.
In the studio, like that's where I'm at. And so like I have to just, Josh, I'm gonna tell you right now before we run your track, Music and Me is your track. Thank you for everything. You've inspired me to be the artist I am today. And hats off to you, flowers to you. You're
And then sometimes I get woken up from my sleep. And when you're live, and like when you started doing your
does Mina
live,
tell you? Mina tells you.
Yeah,
oh, Mack's live by the way. Connor's live by the way.
Or like I'll wake up and I'll check my messages, and if you send me something, I'll listen to it. I don't even respond back. I'll just call you back.
Right,
You'll get me as soon as I'm waking up.
And it goes both ways too, because there'll be times where I'm just chilling and my phone's on silent, but like you'll be video chatting me, and Miss Mack will be like, "Yo, David's calling you." Like it's just like our girls keep us in check that our homies are calling. So anyway, without further ado, my mother freaking man, because I got to keep it clean, man. I mean, so outside of this, I am a sailor outside of this, but when it comes down to the craft and it's discipline. We're at 2.5 hours in. Let's run this last song review before we go into the word of the night and give you all blessings until next Friday. This is Music and Me by Casual Pharaoh. I don't know if I've ever heard this or not. Ooh, hold on.
I love this.
Okay. Come on. I already know he's gonna kill it. Come on. Tell us what's up, Josh. Spit.
She was a warm, warm woman. An angel come up in the street. She took the heart from my chest and made a real man out of me. She was my spotlight, rock type, savior when I was in need. Her name is music. It's just the music. I was enamored with the sound of her as soon as I saw her waves. I knew that every peak and valley came with auditory change. Every decibel a spectacle, special in every way. Imperceptible to some, but delectable to my brain. Like edibles piled high on a table that's prepped by fate. I engorged myself on music, but never gained any weight. Undetectable transition, so beautiful when displayed. She's incredible, her artistry quickly became my fave. All her forms and sounds performed astounded, leaves one bound in chains. She's immortal now, this goddess found a way to stop decay. Transforming sound with bass and now treble and then delay. Distorting how we process out the music on display. She invites my soul, holds tight, and so as soon as she hits play, I hit the mother load in lover mode. Her loving tone will stay. It's a stunning note, a fatal stroke, a death I die each day. And I'll die again for music's sake. See, music was a name. She was a warm, warm woman. An angel come up in the street. She took the heart from my chest and made a real man out of me. She was my spotlight, rock type, savior when I was in need. Her name is music. It's just the music. It gave me chills when she first spoke to me. Through her breath I found poetry. Through her essence a platinum cornucopia of finery. Perfect timing was binding me, stars aligning, conspiring. I'm sound slave till expiring. Still I favor this sentencing. So impressive a messaging left a mark that'll never leave. Make you check with the levels, be equalizing the melody. Mix with her till mastering relationships, the sound and things. We found a beat astoundingly. Tempo, speed, mixing, timing. We automated derivation in the mix. Quantizing the amplitudes of attitude and love she'd been providing me. Until the perfect sounds were found and a love profound kept blossoming. I'm lost in the cacophony of ever faded artistry. A part of me was hers at birth, a faded bond eternally. Forever she will hold me close till not a ghost remains of me. And still I will not turncoat. It's dedication and loyalty to a goddess named music, the only true divinity. She was a warm, warm woman. An angel come up in the street. She took the heart from my chest and made a real man out of me. She was my spotlight, rock type, savior when I was in need. Her name is music. It's just the music in me.
Okay. I just really hold on. Where's the applause? Here we go. So I love the parabling, the parable. I don't know if I'm saying it right, and you know more about the artistic wordplay than I do in a lot of ways. But I love the metaphorical placement of how you're symbolizing how music has done what it's done for you. It's really. It has come off to you as your saving soul. It's come off to you as the thing that has brought you the happiness in your life and centered you and put you in a place of feeling content and understood. And I truly love. First of all, Blitz, you need to make Blitz. Hold on.
The vibe it just brought, and then it is a nice story to listen to. Like, and like the metaphors are just killing it.
It was, dude, and it's like. You have to, and here's the thing I love about what Josh does, because I do the same, and we've been doing it both separately, but what's brought us together is that we use paraphrasing and parables to bring our message across. And you want to know why we do that? Because I want to know if you're actually listening. Like, I want to know if you're listening, because if you're listening, you're going to hear what we mean. You're going to hear what we're saying, not based off of just the words you hear, but the underlying meaning of what we're saying. It's like that entendre feeling, you know what I mean? Like that.
Right.
And that's what I think is the most beautiful part about how that song came out, is if you just popped it on, you're like, oh, he's talking about Kylie, his wife. Congratulations again, by the way, for, getting married after, was it 15 years, 20 years, 30 years? No, it's congratulations to you and Kylie, though, Josh, for real. Like I'm super happy for you, man. Super happy. That's the love of your life, and I'm very happy that you guys tied the knot. Very, very happy for you. But anyone that just hops in, if they hear it, like what they hear at face value is there. Oh, he's talking about Kylie, but while of course he loves his wife, he's also talking about what music has done for him, and he's using that relationship that music has created between him and his purpose. And I honestly, I'm blown away. That was probably one of the slowest. That was the slowest song I've ever heard you do, Josh. And that was like where you literally put something different on the table that I was not expecting, and I love that. I love that. No, I love that. I give that 100 out of 10. 100 out of 10.
Yeah. I second that.
Yeah, I had to. Okay, fine, guys, fine. Okay, you don't have to hold my arm behind my back to ask me to do it. I'll give you one more track off of my upcoming EP called the Carnival Ride. It's going to be called The Craftsman, and then we're going to get in the word of the day and call it quits, because I know that David needs to hear Craftsman. I know David wants to hear Craftsman. I can see it in his eyes. This is also Miss Mack's. This is also Miss Mack's new favorite song as well as mine. Actually, after listening to it, that was the world premiere, Josh. Nobody has ever heard that song before. This was a world premiere here on Mack's Mind Podcast, episode 2. That was the world premiere for Music and Me by Casual Pharaoh himself. Casual Pharaoh. Man, one more round of applause for my boy out here.
You definitely got to get that. Definitely got to get that.
Absolutely. All right, y'all. The time has come.
Dun, dun, dun.
One more song from your big bro. We'll get into the word of the day, and we'll see y'all next week. Y'all ready? This is the final track off of my upcoming EP, The Carnival Ride. This one's called Craftsman. Now, before I get into it, I really have to tell you that this song was not easy to do because it's all over the place, but it makes sense. It's like I repeat the first verse into the bridge of the second hook into the outro of the intro. You'll hear.
You was about to get back into the mindset.
An acrobatic with a pad and the pen, been learning how to be a better me, know where to begin. Gotta open up a book, you have to take a new look. Gotta forget about the drama and get off of the hook. The social media been plaguing all the minds of the weak. The amount of shade and all the hatred far as the eye could ever see. And the music ain't been music like it's losing its touch. I'm here to break away the fake and take the wheel, I've had enough. A man without a craft is a man without direction. When the man lives in the past, then the man lives in depression. With the plan to make a change comes a stand to make progression. With the man that faces pain comes a man that learns a lesson. See, a man without a craft is a man without direction. With the man lives in the past and the man lives in depression. With the plan to make a change comes a stand to make progression. With the man that faces pain it comes a man that learns a lesson. Like a blacksmith, I've been sharpening my craft. As I got back from in the attic, I've been better in the rap. Fight the voices making noises, I've been learning how to ignore them. From the pain I made a way to make a change within the floor. I grab the mic and take the stage to face the fears inside my mental. Breaking out the cage, turn the page and make a change. I'll never stand a spell of verse, my music never needs a curse. Make a plan and take a stand and tell the world it really hurts. Putting forth the steps and raising the bar. I bring a different type of sound, that's why they call me the bar. No more sitting up in the gutter while my mind keeps on racing. From in the basement contemplating my escape was amazing. And now I'm moving with a movement, bringing hope for the need. Just keep a mile along the ride, don't be afraid of the lead. And if you worry about the learning or you fail to believe, you'll never get the chance to make a stand and finally succeed. So get yourself about the dirt. Believe in you and in the life that you deserve. From all the times I felt could never get past it, it took some courage and some work into becoming a craftsman. Yeah, get yourself about the dirt. Believe in you and in the life that you deserve. From all the times I felt could never get past it, it took the courage and some work into becoming a craftsman. Yeah.
Man without a craft is a man without direction. When the man lives in the past, then the man lives in depression. With the plan to make a change comes a stand to make progression. With a man to face the pain comes a man that learns the lesson.
See, a man without a craft is a man without direction. When a man lives in the past, then the man lives in depression. With the plan to make a change comes a stand to make progression. With the man that faces pain is a man that learns the lesson. Putting forth the steps and raising the bar. I bring a different type of sound, that's why they call me the bar. No more sitting up in the gutter while my mind keeps on racing. From in the basement contemplating my escape was amazing. And now I'm moving with a movement, bringing hope for the need. Just keep a mile along the ride, don't be afraid of the lead. And if you worry about the learning or you fail to believe, you'll never get the chance to make a stand and finally succeed. So get yourself about the dirt. Believe in you and in the life that you deserve. From all the times I felt could never get past it, it took some courage and some work into becoming a craftsman. Yeah, get yourself about the dirt. Believe in you and in the life that you deserve. From all the times I felt could never get past it, it took the courage and some work into becoming craftsman, yeah. Second guessing isn't confidence, it's overlooking. I'm manifesting destiny to one day overbook it. I played the shows where everybody kinda went away. Kept it going, never slowing, everywhere I seized the day. I used to doubt myself so much I couldn't never see it. Myself come out the dark to be a part of feeling free. With every song I write, I show the world a piece of me. With every song I try to give the world just what it needs. Just like that, I bring the beat to a clap. The only time I'm ever slowing down before I attack. I'm drawing closer to the goals with every time that I rap. To bring emotion to the movement, as a matter of fact. No, I'm never going back. I gotta keep in mind the fundamentals. Pulling out the map, I find a path to help me never settle. Turning back the cap is how you know I'm about to win the battle. Learning how to rap has been the pack to keep me in the saddle. Get yourself up out the dirt. Believe in you and in the life that you deserve. From all the times I felt could never get past it, it took some courage and some work into becoming a craftsman, yeah. Get yourself up out the dirt. Believe in you and in the life that you deserve. From all the times I felt could never get past it, it took the courage and some work into becoming a craftsman, yeah.
So get yourself up out the dirt. Believe in you and in the life that you deserve. From all the times I felt could never get past it, it took some courage and some work into becoming a craftsman, yeah. Get yourself up out the dirt. Believe in you and in the life that you deserve. From all the times I felt could never get past it, it took the courage and some work into becoming a craftsman, yeah.
Yeah.
And killed that shit, bro. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be that blunt.
No, you're good. No, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good. Like I do, this song gets me so hyped up when I listen, because like when you just hear like, so get yourself up out the dirt, believe in you and in the life that you deserve. From all the times I felt could never get past it, it took the courage and some work into becoming a craftsman. Yeah.
That makes I'd be wanting to go to work.
Okay.
Though.
Hey,
why
Josh,
you do that?
Send me that song. So we have one. Okay, I know he said this before. This is literally we're almost at 3 hours of this sleep. So one more song from Josh. The EP. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I don't care.
There be some podcasts that be going for like hours.
Bro, Joe Rogan goes for like 3 to 4 hours at a time. So yeah, Josh, send me that. Let's get one more in for the belt, and then send me that one. So Josh says the night from Blitzen. I think I've heard parts of it if I haven't heard the whole thing. So yeah, send me that real quick, Josh. We'll get end with the word of the day and we'll hop off here. My son's here. I want to go spend time with him. So we're going to get this one last song in, and then we're going to call it a night. David, you and I are going to get some GTA in for shizzle.
Yep.
Sounds so stupid to say.
Create a ruckus.
For shizzle. Yeah, them boys. Hey, if you're in GTA, watch out for them boys. If you're in Red Dead Redemption 2, watch out for them boys, because everything we do, we run it amok. So
yeah, we're universal. We go through the years. We're centuries old.
Yo, you can take us back to Red Dead Redemption. Yeah, you want to mess with us 1800 style? Them boys is there. You want to mess with us modern day style? Them boys is there. Yeah.
Yeah. And the next step, we're going to Galactic Conquest.
Bro. The next one, we're going to get a Halo. We're going to go onto a platform with like the futuristic stuff, and we're going to be, no pun intended. We're going to be out there with like we're going to go back to Call of Duty Modern Warfare with like their stupid upgraded. Okay, while I'm waiting for Josh to send me this, let me just vent real quick, okay? Because as a soldier, a veteran, I need to just like make it very clear how stupid it is that Call of Duty came out with not just like their stupid like advanced warfare stuff, because it's stupid, like this, we're not there yet, and it just doesn't make sense. But also,
when it came out with, like, Infinite Warfare,
why is it that when you go to Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I think it's 2 or 3 that I play sometimes, why is it they have like people like Nicki Minaj and like other dumb people as like skins or like characters you can play in Call of Duty? It used to be you were just a soldier, and now you can literally be like some stupid like dude wearing like all like black cloths with like blue neon like stripe things with like I don't get it, man. I can't fathom that. And call me old school, call me what you want, man. But like from like if you're gonna do that to a video game, just throw it in Fortnite. Why'd you do it to Call of Duty?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. You're kind of diminishing the whole militarized substance off of that.
Because I think that it was, I think it was me.
I feel like it just slapped to the face the veterans and the soldiers that are actively still fighting.
I think it's just stupid. Me and my son were playing Call of Duty once online, and we were just like, just wiping the table, just knocking people off the rock. But then he's like, "Look at this!" And I look over, and like one of the characters is dressed like Nicki Minaj, like running around. I'm like,
what?
so Yeah, dude. Apparently, like the new, like not new, but the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 or 3, whatever it was. I can't remember if it's 2 or 3. I think it's 3. But there's like they could buy skins that are like not soldiers that are just stupid,
That's lame. Leave
dude.
that for Fortnite.
I can't.
Leave that for Fortnite.
Leave that for Fortnite. Let Fortnite be that. Okay, here we go, y'all. Casual Pharaoh just sent in the night. So Casual Pharaoh and Mixed by Blitz also has a collab album in the works right now, which I'm not gonna be the first to. I'm not gonna just give you guys a little sneak peek of this, but there may or may not be down the road a version of a album called the Super Smash Bros, which would be a triplex album between Blitz, Pharaoh, and myself. That's the first you're going to hear about it. Last you're going to hear about it.
Smash Brothers album. Why are you doing this to me, man?
It's just we'll leave it at that because we have yet to get into it. But that's the first time and last time you're going to hear about it until it's a thing. But there may or may not be an album collaboration with a trifecta of juggernauts. I'm using your verse, Josh, by the way. We're some juggernauts. But Josh, Casual Pharaoh, Mixed by Blitz, and your big brother Mackk on a trifecta album, like called the Super Smash Bros.
That'd be sick.
I just think that I mean, just the sound of it, like just when you think about it, doesn't that kind of sound like it's really good already without even knowing? Like, doesn't that sound really good?
I want to know what kind of tracks y'all would put on that because I feel like if y'all let's say on a cartoon level, on an animated one, y'all decided y'all wanted to do tracks based off the characters off the game,
right?
That would be dope, bro. Like y'all just start spitting about all the characters. Or just to keep it playful, haha. But like that'd be sick. I would see you doing a crazy Bowser track.
Well, like Josh just said, the first rule of Super Smash Bros. Is don't talk about Super Smash Bros. So I already crossed my line there with mentioning that might be something there. I'm just let that just be something that sits in your head for the next several years until we drop it. Because when it does come, you'll be like, yeah. You're gonna forget about it until it happens.
I gotta sit like this. And wait for someone.
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of content in between there, but when it does hit, you're gonna be like, "Wait a minute, I remember episode 2." Anyway, Mixed by Blitz, Casual Pharaoh. This is called The Night. I have heard this, and I absolutely love it. This is phenomenal. Blitz is an absolute monster on the beats, and of course, with him and Casual Pharaoh, those two together is a dynamic duo. Just like how when all three of us are together, we're a terrifying trio of lyricism.
Y'all demolish it.
Every time we do tracks together. I think we have, what do we have? Let's Get Some with me, Blitz, and Pharaoh. We have Drown, me, Blitz, and Pharaoh. We have I Don't Care, me, Blitz, and Pharaoh. And I think there's more. I just can't think off the top of my head just quite yet, but I think there is more. But yes, Josh just said it right there too. Super Mario's out now that can hold you over. The one we listened to last week. Yeah. Go check that out. It's on all platforms. All right, here we go. The Night, Casual Pharaoh, Mixed by Blitz off of their collaboration album Yet to Be Named. Yo ho, the pirate's life for me.
Noble and chivalrous hit him with dishonor. Talking shit to us, could have turned into a corner. Pharaoh and Blitz and Blizz and emblems on him. THC and Odyssey ascended honors. Turn it to return it to where his con. Ain't give it a minute, I can't wait no longer. Fuck around and find out we gon' see who's stronger. Never an enemy gonna miss his harm. Undelivered delivery, less venomous jargon. Intimated injury and defense with pardon. Hit him with a simile, the metaphor sharpened. Turn into an enemy for anyone who bargained. Castle full of vessels if you start that war song. Lord of the Rings, it's help deep, hit a war gone. Armies will amass if you attempt this war zone. None of the outcome. Dealing with dilemma, determination deterrable. There's no joust, it's wartime, ain't no festival. Singing a bit of a blade to a fate, that's a tempo blow. Ripping apart a beat like a bastard turning coat. Undiscernible service, so murderous encourages a verbiage so girthy, it's a murder stick. I hit you with the murder stick, so perfect with the services of ripping them's a pastime in the fast lines.
Stop!
I don't wanna catch no case, but I would defend this base. Once with the night we begin this chase, setting a pace, leave them dust in the race. And a decimate the face when I swing this mace. And the deadliest warrior taking over the place. An atomic bomb, all we living is a waste. Trying to copy and paste my sound, yours all chase like
two true knights, the two lives in the moonlight. Taking apart at birth, Hadouken, reunite. Overval words, they rejoin, so good night. Too damn good at the war games and strategize.
Grab my grab to throw with dream fast. I play no games for fame with Dreamcast. Majority linking up, putting on fake masks. Organ ready to sing, wink on to the beat blast.
Guys analyze the enemy, then Blitz and Pharaoh terrorize. Breaking them all down into small particles, atomized. Can't about Geneva codes the way we torture minds. It's Blitz and the Pharaoh, the two veritable honored knights.
That is facts, I'm burning up the past until they see my grind and they know that I'm never last. Always set the pace, y'all are disgrace to these shows.
Damn.
Does anybody feel like picking up a sword and going into battle and just like slaying orcs, like cutting heads off and like, and I'm talking like, and I'm talking, hey, and I'm talking like
it's
you're like
wartime, like this,
and I'm
is
talking
fun,
like
you
you're
ain't got nothing.
I'm talking like you feel like you're Pippin from Lord of the Rings, but you're fighting like Aragorn from Lord of the Rings at the same time. Like that was just an absolute monster song. I know I've like the funny thing is I've heard it before in the studio, hearing it again now, like it's just like no matter like this. I love the backpacking. So let me describe let me describe what backpacking is to you guys real quick. Backpacking, me and my bro Angel Kasai did it in our song Story, where you take one lyricist verse and and let it lead into the next ones and then bounce off of that as backpacking because you're backpacking off of each other through. And it's such an amazing, it takes artists that really know each other and that really like know how to complement each other in songs to be able to do something like that. And the flowers obviously go to you guys, Josh. You and Blitz really absolutely killed that. So amazing job. Not just the beat, because the beat is phenomenal. The beat was absolutely phenomenal. That was such a like I'm blown away. That beat is absolutely crazy. But
it definitely started off like you about to. Like you coming out to the Gladiator war zone and whatnot,
man.
And then he just as soon as the doors open, he just drops and then it just goes.
Man,
and
you know what?
It's on.
Every time I hear Blitz or Josh Farrow do a song, whether it's each of their own or together or whatever, like it makes me want to write. So, Josh, I know you have open verses for some stuff that you need me to write to, so send it ASAP. Like it's like that's like you know that you're surrounded by good people, especially artists, whenever you hear them create something and then you go, I want in tag me in, let's go. So anyway,
tag me in, coach. I'm
tag
ready
me
to
in,
go.
coach. Tag me in, coach. But look at that. He said, I'll send him tonight. There we go. See, he already knew it.
Look at that. In the back of your mind, all you got is, like Rocky said, hey, y'all, I ain't hear no bell.
I know him and another homie is working on a collab project that they want me on. So just so you know, I'll also be on that as well. So let's go ahead and if you're spiritual based, stick around. If you're not, you can still stick around. I'm about to do the word of the day, reflect on that for a second, and then we're going to close it out for the night. I really appreciate, me and David both really appreciate each and every one of you showing up tonight, being a part of this live stream. We are literally 3, 2, 1, and boom, we're at 3 hours. We did 3 hours of a live stream. Last time it was just under 2 hours. Today we were at 3 hours. We really went in this time. But you know what? There is no time limit to what we're talking about. We spent the first hour, literally just, we'll kind of summarize it. This is the Army and me, like recapping this is the AAR, the After Action Review. But, just from talking about, like, if you go back earlier in the stream, if you're just now tuning in, go back to earlier in the stream, because for the first hour, we really talked about some serious things, man. We really took time to reflect on our progression, on where we were at, because me and David both, when we met each other, I was still in uniform. He had just gotten out of uniform, but we both ended up in the streets together, and we were like homeless and like doing our thing, and like we kept each other going, and like we pushed each other to be better. So go back and reflect on that first hour of our stream, because we've both come a long way, as I'm sure that all of you have come a long way as well. You know what I mean? Don't ever think that your struggle, just because you went through something, isn't worth talking about, just because you may or may not have gone through something similar. We're all humans at the end of the day. We all have this thing called life that is laid out in front of us on these pavers that we have to guide ourselves through.
We have to learn. We have to learn it. It's not given in front of us. We don't get cheat codes like that. We have to learn our lessons. We have to learn the steps and be able to how to guide through ourselves through life. But at the end of the day, it's lessons of what you learn and what you can teach. And even helping somebody out is teaching somebody.
That's at the end of the day. Your story, what you've been through, could be somebody's lifeline to help them get through the fire. Like the darkness that you endured expressing it, whether it's through motivation, a song, a post, a conversation, answering that call, sending that text back to somebody, a good friend of yours or something that may need to just hear a friendly voice. You never know what that could do for someone. And the whole idea of Mack's Mind Podcast is we don't have a narration of what we're doing here. We kind of just talk about whatever means the most in the moment. And right now, I'm very proud to say that episode 2 is in the books, and that we've made way of 3 hours of time to not just review music of amazing artists all the way from Whitefield Yeti, Pluto, Casual Pharaoh, Radio Ray, we just want to bring the world to be a better place and to express ourselves through music or through however. And if you're a producer and you have beats and you want to send them in for a music review next time, let us review your beat. Give us the option to give an artist an option to purchase your beat. You know what I mean? Like let's keep this thing going. Like this Mack's Mind is more than just a dive into, some serious stuff. It's also about us being here as a family together and just talking about life and life itself and being able to
bringing people together. And
yeah.
you never know, like you for producers, y'all could send in a beat and somebody could hear it, or you could just strike motivation to where you got everybody wanting to write, you got everybody wanting to get some fire going. You are now motivating. You're a motivator now. Definitely some humbleness with the strides that we're trying to elevate, but also recognize too, because I know that was what we were talking about. Our first episode was self-recognition and recognizing the trials and the walks through life, and this week's is more of like self-acceptance and then self-control.
It's all stepping stones.
Like, accept that for producers, you provide a substance to where poets, to where artists can thrive and get their passion going. You're a big substantial part in their movement and their process. So, big ups to all the producers. Big up to Mixed by Blitz of just helping and being a part of all the crazy bangers that you've created and then that Casual Pharaoh's created. Again, y'all music is not something I just bop my head to, but it's something that helps keep me in check with self-control and allows me to accept that with using references to your song, I'm made for more, and I could just keep it on going. And I still have chapters. I still have, in your way of saying it, another poem to write, another chapter of my life to live, and to keep on pushing because, today's not over, but tomorrow's, it may not be guaranteed, but if you receive tomorrow, humble it and don't forget to smile. Your smile is what brings positive energy. And the world needs everybody's positiveness.
I love that.
That's where I'm at with that.
I love that. So, with that being said, like, first of all, thank you, David, for being part of this, like, this journey, like doing the podcast. Having you on this is absolute blessing to, have such a good friend that is willing to take the reins with me and to, we tried this years ago with Let's Talk About It, and now we're evolved into a new platform where now there's just more experience. There's more to talk about.
And there's definitely a lot more control too, because I know the last platform, the wrong type of attention was drawn, and it just brought a lot of spam.
It got spammed.
Garbage.
It got spammed. That's all it was. It got spammed. It got hacked or something. But so that was just a complete train wreck. But here we are today, Mack's Mind Podcast. The more traction we get, the more reviews we get, the more we're going to lean towards opening up our own Facebook page called we might even change the name Mack's Mind. I love that, but we might change it to something a little bit different to have us both be a part of this, so that way we can both have a little hand to play in this. We could even revamp Let's Talk About It with we'll figure it out. But anyway, we're thinking out loud, or I'm thinking out loud. I'm not gonna say I am, but we are Pisces. He's the up, I'm the down. We're the vortex of Pisces. Real quick,
you just saying everything I was thinking though. That's what we do. You just say what I was thinking.
That's what we do. All right, y'all. Hey, check it out. August 29th. I'm going to give you all the word of the day. We're going to meditate on it. Hey, thank you, brother. Have a great night, Josh. If you are faith-based, whether you're faith-based or not, the word of the day is always the word of the day. We're gonna meditate on this for a second before we let y'all go for the weekend. I love doing this on a Friday because it's like a great way to unwind for the week before the weekend starts. So August 29th, from a word of the day. We have the assurance that we will not live one day less than we are supposed to live. If God has work for you to do, he will keep you alive to do it. I'll say it again. We have the assurance that we will not live one day less than we are supposed to. If God has work for you, he will keep you alive to do it. So let me just tell you real quick, David, before because I want you to touch on this, but because I have to say it while it's fresh on my tongue. For 30 years of my life, I've spent running away from my own reflection because I hated myself and I hated everything that I thought I stood for and I was, because I never was happy. And, going down the slippery slope of addiction, especially with heavy drugs, including the needle, that I'm not proud of, but it's part of my journey. My idea was to turn the fucking, sorry, it's emotional, so I swore by accident.
It's okay.
But to turn the page and just close the book because I was done. I was completely done. Like a lot of those times I was shooting up was just to end it, just to call it quits. And it's kind of an emotional thing to read. It's so crazy how on time he is, because I was on a suicide mission with the drugs. I know I never told you that when we were homeless, but every time I was used, when I turned to the needle, I knew you got concerned. But the needle was
you had opened up to me one day. I think it was like maybe the second or third time you had done it or something like that. You had opened up to me about it, and you were like shocked because I didn't give you the reaction. I guess recently had gotten from previous other people when they had found out.
I was afraid you was gonna turn your back on me and say "fuck you." Like, honestly, I thought.
No, brother, never.
So whenever in 2017 or 2018, I think it's 2017, when I got onto the needle, I wanted to just die. Right, I just wanted to go. I didn't want to be part of this life anymore. And so whatever I could do to get rid of myself, and I actually I smile not in happiness, but more in so of coincidental, like how ironic this statement is for today's topic about self-acceptance and self-care. How I was yelling at a God I didn't know existed, like, come on, man, just take me, like, I'm done, and like every time I'd put that needle in my arm, I just hoped that after that plunger finished pushing, that maybe I just wouldn't come back from it. And here I am today. So we have the assurance that we will not live one day less than we're supposed to live, is what it says, right? If God has work for you to do, he will keep you alive to do it. So let's put that into frame. What am I doing right now that's different than when I was on drugs or for the past 30 years? I make music now, right? Isn't it? So it doesn't.
Music, you touch souls.
It's not my will.
It's not my will. You bring savior.
Yeah, it's not my will, dude. This is not my will. This is his will. Like, otherwise, why else would I be here? Is my question to myself sometimes. Is like, well, not sometimes. I don't question it, but like the question that used to ring in my head: why am I still here? Because there's work to do, right? Isn't that's what I'm getting from this? What I get from this, because we all have our own interpretation. I want everybody to have their own interpretation of what the word is. But he will keep you alive to do it. If God has work for you to do, he'll keep you alive to do it. All of the times, and it's so crazy. If this is hitting me like a ton of bricks right in the chest, because this is the first time I've read this and actually felt like in the moment how directly it speaks to that situation. Like how drug addiction was my out. That was my way of wanting to get away. So he's sitting here telling me, I have work for you to do, and I'm not going to let you go until we're done here. So my entire addiction was never going to take me where my mind wanted me to go, which was off the chart. He was going to keep, he did. He kept me alive because he had a bigger purpose for me, and we're living testimony to that right now as we speak on this podcast. And in the music, like,
yes, we are.
Let that chill your bones. Let that let that turn your skins into goosebumps, man. Because that's that Holy Spirit really saying, now you see why you're still here. Now you see why I haven't let you go. Now I see why you're not done.
But we're not done.
We're not done. I didn't just save you from this, that, and the third just to what? Just to let you go on your own selfish accord? No, homie. Like, we have work to do. You survived all this for a reason. Are we done yet? Put your boots on. We're walking. We're walking now. We ain't talking.
Boots may change, but the work don't. The boots may change, but the work does not.
I love that. What is that verse? What is that? What does that affirmation mean to you? Because this is out of a book I have. It's a flip book. And it's titled.
That brings me back to that time, but that brings me back to a lot of different times too. Like I did a lot of stupid stuff in my life.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff, I can't say I'm proud of, but I don't regret nothing because I learned what ultimately I needed to learn from everything. But it definitely takes me back to more of my dangerous times when I wasn't thinking and I wasn't having self-control upon my life. I was just acting. I wasn't reacting. I was just acting.
Right.
Responding.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about anything I was doing. If I wanted to do it, I did it. I didn't think about consequences. I didn't think about reactions based off of what I was doing. I didn't think of who it hurt in my surroundings. Now, 5-6 years later, take a second to chill before I react upon just acting. And, I think about my reaction because not every reaction is necessary.
Have you ever heard of the term try responding instead of reacting? Because let me tell you the difference in that. When you respond to something, you logically put into place the answer you're trying to put into context. When you're reacting to something, it's an emotional response to something that you're triggered by, whether it be happy or sad. So a reaction, if you get a check in the mail for $1 million, your reaction is, oh my God, I got $1 million. But if you respond to something, that what you're doing is you logically input into, okay, I got $1 million, I need to pay off some loans, I need to do this, do that. So rather than just being reactive to something, being responsive to something is more so what I've realized works best for me. And so with this quote, you've looked inside and you've realized that that God has a bigger plan for you, and the best way to do that is to look inwards as to what you can do to be more responsive and not so reactive. Does that make sense? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to. I think I took the words right out of your mouth and put it into context, so that way we could all be on the same page. I got you. I understand. All right, man. Well, hey, you know what? Let me give us a quick prayer and we'll close it out. And I got to go see my son, go spend time with him, and then we'll do some GTA in a minute too. All right. Father God, we thank you for bringing us together today, and in your name. We thank you for everything that you do for us on a daily basis, the battles that we do not see that you fight for us. We thank you for those. We thank you for the food that you supply us. We thank you for the chances that you give us. We know that some people do not wake up after going to bed at night, and we know some people, unfortunately, do not make it out of their circumstances, and we may not understand why, God, but what we do understand is that we trust you and your plan because your plan is perfect, God. We also trust that everything that you do is for a purpose and a reason, whether we understand it or not. It is your reason, and in our eyes, you are perfect. You humbled yourself and you sent your son to die on the cross for our sins. That way we could be perfect with you in heaven. You made an amend to us with your rainbow, justifying that you will never flood the world again because you loved us enough not to do it. So God, we thank you today for everything that you've done for us. We ask that you bless the people around us that we love. We ask that you walk with us in the darkness and continue to shed that light on our walkway so we not feel afraid. God, we ask that you continue to be vibrant in our lives, and especially those out there who need to hear your voice the most, God. Because I know there's a time that me and many others had been so lost until we heard your voice call us by name. So we ask that you call those by name that need to hear your voice as well, God, and that they be receptive to hear it. And we know you're a patient God, and we know that you're a loving God. We know that you're a God that does not want to see any harm done in the world, and you just want to see what's good. We ask that you take the pain of the world and you heal it. And if you're on your way, please come quick. We love you and we thank you for everything. Thank you for the food on the table. Thank you for the roof over our heads. Thank you for the ability to support our families and take care of our families. And we thank you for the patience and understanding to get to know you better, as we're all sinners. But the reason why we know we're perfect is because we understand that we're sinners, and we ask you for those forgivenesses now as we walk into the hall and to look upon you and to love you the way you love us. We could only imagine what that love is like. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
All right. Y'all have a great rest of your night. Thank you for tuning in to Mack's Mind. This is episode 2 in the books. Join us next Friday, same time as last. It'll be 5 p.m. Pacific time. 9 p.m.
everybody. And remember, Y'all matter. We here to stay. We love you. I'm sorry to cut you off, brother.
No, go for it. You're good.
You know, it is what it is. We just gonna keep it real.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we're here to stay. Talk to y'all soon. Have a great weekend. Be safe.
Late.